got cruises.
Crystal Symphony.
I want to be able to sail for at least 2 days during the day because you're on land all day. Get on night, go have supper, go to bed. You get up next morning, you're in the next port. You don't get the sense of sailing because you're not out on the water, right? Yeah. No, I like that. Usually, the ones I go on, you got 2 days or just day cruising out of 7 days.
Yeah.
So,
Depends. Some of them stay for 2 or 3 days.
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
And you've got it.
It's going.
Good evening. And you've got to time it right, because if they come into port and it's either a windy or a rainy day like it was the other day, it's not worth going out there.
no.
You've just got to time it perfectly. And sometimes you've got to get out there at 6 a.m. It's not too far, but you've got to get up, you've got to get ready. It's probably about half an hour for me. But yeah, the Crystal Symphony. And we've got cruise ships all the way.
What cruise line is it, Dominic?
Let me have a look. Crystal Symphony.
Hey, Russell is here. Russell's first.
Nothing to be too excited about.
That's all right, Russell. I appreciate you being first.
What's up, Russell?
Uh-oh. Yeah, AG's got to get you for that.
Crystal Cruises. That's all I can find.
Yes.
Crystal Cruises.
It's
the one
Crystal Cruise Line.
What's up, Tim?
Yep. Crystalcruises.com.
Mm.
What's up, Daryl?
Hey, Daryl. Yeah.
If I go on a cruise, I want the sense of cruising. I don't want just, wake up, go to that port, then, have supper and go to bed, and then you're at the next port the next morning. I don't like that. You might as well take a boat or an airplane. Going on a cruise, I want a cruise.
Hey, hanging with JD. How's it going, buddy? Daryl, hi. And look who's here, Mr. Tim.
Hey. Let me get the chat going.
What you been up to today, Dominic?
Not really much.
You're just getting underway up in the morning there, right?
Oh, that was me. Yeah. I got up at about 6:30. It's been it was hot and humid. I would say it's probably mid-80s, and probably the humidity's been in the 90s for about 24 hours. We missed all the storms, but north of me got absolutely battered by them. Probably 2 or 3 inches of rain. Yeah.
Comes the Manitoulin. Oh.
Oh, that, yeah. Just watching this thing with East Island about the helicopter. But it's on silent, I'm just reading the words, right?
Yeah.
They don't have a live chat replay on his video.
No.
I would have liked to have seen other people's opinions besides his.
Well, doesn't it take Justin doesn't if you do a live show, your chat comments don't show up for 6 or 8 hours later, and then it comes.
Yeah, it seems that way. Yeah.
It really depends. I mean, it's so random. I've seen people 3 hours, 2 hours later, their live chat
We have
shows
to-
up. And I've
Yeah.
seen people where it took 2 days. It's I don't know what causes it to take longer and what doesn't. Yours seem to take forever to show up,
Really?
but then I've seen other people where within 2-3 hours their live chat will be up. Not much, Tim. How you doing?
Miss
Kids
it.
guy. Kids gotta get
Yeah.
ready to go back to school tomorrow.
Yeah, but that
You're going back tomorrow?
Yeah, for 2 days, and then they have the weekend off.
I was just reading that article. The guy was only flying a drone at 180 feet doing a residential photo shoot.
What are you talking
Like-
about?
A helicopter doing that low, you know?
Geek Savannah did a show talking about a helicopter and a drone collided.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
yeah. But the guy was just filming a house at 180 feet. Like, what the hell is the helicopter doing down 180 feet? I'd be blaming.
Helicopters
That's-
always fly
that's
that
true,
low.
But I can't imagine filming a house at 180 feet.
Well, you're not supposed to. Here in Canada, if a helicopter or a plane going over the house, you cannot fly below 1,000 feet. It's illegal.
Yep.
Oh, helicopters do that shit all the time here.
Area, anything. It's 1,000 feet here in Canada.
Oh,
But
no, hell,
It just depends upon where you are, because in Miami, those helicopters fly just right over top of
dude,
the.
the helicopters in the U.S. don't give a shit, dude. I've seen them buzz people's roofs. They don't
Okay.
care.
But have you seen the bottom of a wing of an airplane? It's got lettering on it, C dash,
Yep.
whatever. How come that letter is so big and the numbers are so wide? Do anybody know why?
Why?
You can identify them from far away.
Well, no. If you're under 1,000 feet, you can read the letters. If you're over 1,000 feet,
I don't know.
so law enforcement can go, oh, that guy's illegal. Or, no, he's legal because you can't read the numbers clearly.
Well,
But-
over here in the United States, law enforcement doesn't really have a whole lot to do with aircraft.
They won't
Well-
even. They probably wouldn't even
They
pay
won't even
attention to them.
respond.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
If they get called for something like that, they'll, probably put it over to somebody that would handle it. But see here, we have what they were
Hey,
called,
Joe,
Okay.
but we got the RCMP, which is Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're federal. We have cops around here that are federal cops. They would definitely deal with it. Oh, that plate's clean. Did you clean it up? Did you for me?
Yeah, but it's completely normal over here for helicopters to fly super low. They do
Oh.
it all the time.
Yeah, but they're not supposed to be, I think, under 500 feet over there. I think.
And over
Yeah.
here, I mean, pretty much if you go by what the law states, you're the one that's in the wrong between the drone and the,
yeah,
the
if it
manned
comes down to
aircraft.
whether he's in violation or you're in violation, it automatically is your problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're an unmanned, you're supposed
Yeah.
to give way to manned aircraft.
Yeah.
Now, generally, if you literally are just, taking pictures of a house and a helicopter happens to be that low
Max.
and it comes out of nowhere and fucking hits you, are you really probably going to be in super serious trouble? Maybe not if you didn't know it was coming. I don't know. Because that seems like a general accident. So it was pretty crazy though.
Hey, Max Air, what's up? Daryl. Oh, look at there. He's got a U of M. You
Yes,
made
well
that for
done.
Gitchy?
I saw a pretty big YouTuber yesterday who was flying a Mini too.
Oh yeah. It's a Tiger.
I'm making the base. I'm making the base right now for this in silver. It says Go Lions.
What
Yeah.
now you're making that stuff for Gitchy?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to her.
All right. She'll like that.
So yeah, yesterday I was watching a pretty big YouTuber who was flying a Mini too, and he was 1,600 feet over the Hollywood sign, and he was showing his controller, The other guy was filming that was with him was like, "Oh yeah, you're pretty high." And he's holding it, filming all the. Yeah, he was like 1,500-1,600 feet up over the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, a little bit too much.
Not sure.
Um,
And then so I was just kind of scrolling through the comments. I just wanted to see if anybody said anything. And one guy was like, "Oh, the FAA is gonna love this footage." I was like, "Oh shit."
That's why if I'm doing a water tower or something like that, I get right up to it to see how high it is. So when I'm above it, if it's 160, I go to 560.
Well, I mean, you can
can
do
do it.
that, but you can tell this dude is not 107.
Oh yeah.
And plus, he uses his drone all the time to make money off his videos. There's just no way being 107 he wouldn't have known that, and known that. And I mean, literally, and the warning box was on the screen the whole time saying, "Warning: your aircraft may be in violation." I was like,
Hey,
yeah,
Joe, did you see what Gitchy put in the chat?
No, did not. Thank you. I knew she was lurking.
Yeah,
What's up, Gitchy?
that's really nice of him to do that for you, Gitchy.
I knew you were lurking, girl.
yeah, exactly, Trevor.
And Trevor
If you can
said,
hear it, just drop.
I tell you, the helicopters here, we have it's a line from Hammond to Alvin Callender Field that the helicopters fly. And the Blackhawks come in right on the edge of Lake Pontchartrain, right here in Mandeville. And when you hear them, you better be paying attention because they may be 150 feet coming right over the edge of the lake.
Oh, definitely.
And they're not slowing down. So I got a call from
You're
my
on
editor
mute, Paul,
today.
because your phone was talking.
Mm.
I got a call from my editor. He said, I need my favorite Mandeville photographer Friday night for both soccer matches. And I said, give me the times. He said 5:30 and 7:10. I said, okay. I said, just let me know if the games are going to happen. He said, what are you talking about? The games are going to happen. I said, just let me know. Called me back about an hour later and he said, nope, they postponed them because we got storms coming through.
I sent you the video, Daryl, if you want to watch it. I forwarded it too.
Well, Gitchy, what are you studying for? You got something to do, or? Gitchy says she's supposed to be studying, but we're a distraction.
We'll get off. No more watching.
Highway 3 and Alderman at 56.
Okay, Gitchy, you go study hard now.
You need something on in the background. I can't study when it's completely silent.
It's all has to do with airline stuff. Work, 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 she says.
So this lion, I'm making a back plate for it. And it's got gold lions on it and it's in silver.
Silver, cool.
What the hell? 56. There's a 54, but not 56.
It's good to even know your printer knows how to print trash. I mean, it's awesome.
Well, it's impressed. Paul.
Hey,
Paul's got.
You're the one who's burning bridges.
Paul's really considering it. So.
Yeah.
Right, Paul?
Oh,
Yeah, right,
Nope.
right, whatever.
He's got one reserved. He hasn't pulled the trigger yet. But.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
order 4 more.
Yeah. It's like the immigration bring twice as many half bar.
I'm gonna get rid of this Apple computer right here, put the PC right here, and put 2 more right here. Not.
Trying to find Road 56. Oh, there it is.
Justin, refer to my last message.
Which one? The thumb with Daryl?
Messenger.
What do you want me to put my thumb up
Plus
there?
Messenger. I think it was Messenger.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
That's no, because the last message she sent me wasn't bad.
She gonna send you one.
Said to call in their ambulance, but I don't see one moving. Accident down by Cayuga.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Oh.
So I'm using that silver that jammed up on me last night.
Oh,
Mhm.
And what I'm doing is instead of letting it just do it on its own, I program the heat to 220. So it'll stay at 220. Is what happened. It went down to 195 and it broke off.
There you go, Joe. Read the fingers.
Mhm.
Wait. Yeah, okay. Shut the back up. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he said that crew that made that call, they're suspended. They can't do any more playoffs this year. They're out. They're done.
yeah.
I wanted to get
We
the.
can make that.
Yep.
I wanted to look the guy's name up because the name sounded real familiar. Blanchard was his name. That was the official, white hat,
Yeah.
and that name sounds familiar. Sounds like the same official that didn't make the call on the Saints no call. I think it's the same guy.
Yeah.
And if they could show that, he needs to never be in the NFL again.
Yep.
And they need to
Well, we
find
had
out
this-
how much money he's got. you
Yeah.
know?
What do you figure they get paid?
Who?
It doesn't matter what they get paid; it's what they're stealing on the side.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who are you talking about?
The
NFL
official in the game. The
Uh,
guy they got
I'm sure
film
it's
of.
quite a bit.
They got the film of the guy coming up declaring that he's going to be an
talking to
eligible
him,
receiver.
declaring that he's ineligible.
Yeah, and
And
then the guy walks over and he tells the other guy 70, not 68. And 68 was the guy talking to him. Like that, he didn't even pay attention to him.
yeah.
It may have been a mistake.
So your average official makes about 205,000 a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Well, that's probably too because they probably don't work very much. So and there's
Mm.
Well,
probably
they work. They've
No,
got to
well-
do classes all during the week. They got about 4 days.
well,
in
I
the week
know,
that
but
they're in
think
class.
about how long the NFL season is. It's really not that long though.
Oh yeah,
Those guys probably got about 6 to 7 months where they don't really have to do a whole lot. Just kind of refresh
got
the
it.
crap.
they got a lot of cramming to do during the season.
I'm sure they do like, practice mock up stuff during the off season, but for the most part, they
Yeah.
probably got a lot of time off.
Well, this
Right.
season, a lot of them have to take an aerobics class because they're getting knocked on their ass and falling over all the
But I mean, imagine working 17, 16, 17 weeks out of the year and the rest of the year. I'm assuming they either are just doing mock up games, studying, or they're not doing anything. I don't know.
Mm.
About, I think it was like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, we had an official in a playoff game. I was on the opposite end of the field, but I got him getting hit. He got hit. He had his back to the play and got rolled up on by 2 linemen. And when he went down, the way he went down, I said, he's hurt like that. I could see, I knew he was hurt. And he lay there, and I was on the side with the ambulance. I told the guys, said, y'all need to go over there, he's hurt. And they looked for a second, and you seeing all the officials waving at him. So they took off over there. And what had happened is when they rolled up on him, he had broke both of his legs right below the knees, and they were compounds, both of them. It was that bad of a hit that he got in the back. They had bones sticking out and everything.
Mm. Yeah,
We had a plenty that happened to.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to see that when someone breaks a leg and they're being carried off on a stretcher,
Yeah.
and you can see that the legs all over the place. Or we had one where a guy had dislocated his patella, the kneecap,
Right.
and he's sitting on the ground writhing in pain, and he's actually sitting there just punching the thing, and he got it back into place and continued on with the game. That is just,
Yeah.
I saw that and went, oh. And the
We-
other one
we-
is a dislocated shoulder, and they're sitting on the
Yeah.
sidelines, and they're trying to pull it out, and they got it back in. Oh, that's some of the amazing things you see in sport.
And we had a guy, Kai Dean, about 2 years ago, might have been 4 years ago. He got hit on the sideline right in front of me, and I heard it pop. I heard the leg pop. And when I looked down at him, I seen where the leg was and where he was. And when he came up, I saw the bone sticking out, right? And I mean, he tried to stand up and went straight back down. And I hollered, Kai, lay down like that. And they come running out and they splintered it all up. And he's on the stretcher. I mean, it's like you could hear a pin drop. That's how quiet it got. And he's on there, and they got it all in a balloon, and all it is doing it, the bubble cast. And they started cheering for him, and this kid was going crazy on the stretcher. Yeah, let's win, And I knew he was hurting. And then we had this guy Patterson. He used to hit somebody with his hand and always dislocate his thumb. About 3 times during the game, he'd be popping it back.
Yeah. Amazing what you see.
Yeah, imagine what happens. I know what happened when I played. I had this finger right here. I caught a guy as he was making a cut. I reached out, and my middle finger caught the jersey, and I pulled him down. And I came up, and my whole hand, I couldn't move my hand. And when I looked down, my middle finger was halfway down into the bump, into the hand, and the fingernail was looking at me. And I'm looking at it, and I walked to the sideline. I said, "Coach, this ain't right." And the doctors, this is when I was playing. The doctors just pulled it out, taped it up, and said, "Yo, go back."
Well,
That's how it was.
we had a player actually lose his whole finger because of it. They, it pretty much smashed every bit there.
Yeah.
And then over the off season, they basically amputated it all the way, amputated 2 knuckles, and he went on to
Right.
play. He went on to continue playing football, but it took him a while to get back to it. That's happened
I had
once or twice where it's just got on the wrong angle, and the finger just pretty much been damaged. And playing with 9 fingers, it's not exactly easy when you have to handle the ball pretty much on every possession.
So, Dominic, what's on your agenda for the day?
Well, it's Thursday here. I've got a couple of things I need to get in contact with, but unfortunately, there's still a lot of people that are on holidays. I can't really do much until Monday.
So a lot of
I've
people
got
kind of took this week off too, is that?
Yeah, most people don't come back to the 9th or the 10th.
Like school, they'll go
They
back
go
to
from
the
the 25th. Yeah, they go from the 25th to the 8th generally.
I know.
Usually the second Monday.
I called my doctor's office to get a script refilled. Oh no, we're on holidays.
Or they have one like speaking of the doctor, like the doctor here, he had from the 25th to the 2nd. Then he worked yesterday. He'll work Monday and then take a week and then take that week off. Because some of them do that, or they have a week in advance in January. Because we've got another long weekend coming up. Because Australia Day is the 26th of January, and that's a Friday. So we've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pretty much like Christmas being on a Monday. And Christmas and New Year was on a Monday. So we've had back-to-back long weekends here.
Well, the funny thing is that I went to call my doctor to get a script refilled, and they said, they're still taking them and refilling them through the drugstore. So I called drugstore. I said to them, I said, need to get a script refilled. Give them the thing. They said, oh, doctor's already refilled it. Well, that's nice. Just got to go pick it up.
Well, we've got a thing here called 60-day prescriptions, where they give you enough for 60 days.
No, 30 days here.
Yeah, it's 60 here. And there's been a huge furore over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gitchy says there's billboards up all over town that shows the Lions, instead of being 11 and 5 is 12 and 4.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad deal, Gitchy.
Yep, we had one of those in our game where pretty much similar thing happened. There was a goal kick to win the game, and the umpire saw it and basically said, no, it's no goal. And when they went back they did a score review after the game, it actually was a win. So the team that won lost. And the team
So
that lost
they
won.
officially corrected it then?
They corrected it, but they can't change the result.
Oh, okay.
But they did say it was wrong. And pretty much the
And
goal
you-
umpire.
Oh, look at there. He's got both of them. One tugging on his arm and the other one sitting on his lap.
Yay.
About to knock him out the chair.
Yeah. Vader and Gracie.
Yipper. Days. Yeah. I can count on you guys being here 7 days a week. Yeah. Where the heck did it come out of? Oh, hey, NASA. Oh, come. Watching the flight radar, but Diane said there's a bad accident. Got one woman is trapped. She's in the fire trucks. Haven't even got there yet. Only cops. But she said they called in the air ambulance, but there hasn't been an air ambulance in the air yet. I'm looking. Toronto or Niagara or London, nothing. What aircraft is that? What the Skycare air ambulance, but that's not what the hell? That's weird. We don't have any of them around. I wonder where he's from. Oh, Canada says. Oh. Skycare air ambulance. Never heard of them.
Not gonna be run.
It's an airplane, not a helicopter. Twin engine. Something like what Ron Lockwood was flying in. But it doesn't say where it's from or where it's going to or fuck off.
Air ambulances here are generally King Air or Super King Air.
Yeah, I don't know. This one here is a Swearingen Metroliner. Never heard of that. Swearingen Metroliner, aircraft type. Yeah, it's a weird looking airplane, but yeah.
Obviously does the job.
You see this down here? He always does that. Sits up on his ass all the time. He always does that, sitting there paws in front of him. He does that all the time, don't you? What? Would you give me your toy? Oh, give me that. Okay, there we go. Now he likes tug of wars. I got it. It's mine. It's mine. Mm. Hey, Mark, what's happening?
Ah,
Yeah. What are you doing up my lap here? Huh? What are you doing up here? Do I get kisses for you being up here or what? Okay, okay, no more. No more until I get a kiss. Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Mud ball. Hello, Don.
Open. What are you doing? Oh, no, I'm not going to sit there and rub your belly. Oh, Jesus, dog.
You know, I'm the firm believer that if you don't do your job right, you shouldn't have that job, right?
Yeah.
Today I went on my health insurance and it says mine's expired. And I called my agent, which is a good friend of mine that I used to work for, and he says, no, it's still good. According to him, it's still good. And I called up. He said, "You call him." Just I said, "It's got to be their website." So we're on the third of the month now, and it has to be the website. So I call them up. 60 people on hold. That's ridiculous. Speaking of which, I'll be right back. I got to go pay my rent.
What's up, Donald? What's up, Mark?
Oh, I want to fire that thing up. See if it works now. Program that engine. Okay. Well, I gotta fire up a program here. I gotta run a locomotive. Okay, so I gotta do a. Let's put it to Windows.
Yeah.
Engines and trains. Okay, I gotta go off to this here via operating speed. Cool, yep. And I think we have
I saw that.
3,000 horsepower. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, all the ships are pretty much pulled off of the Great Lakes. There's a few of them still out there, but the locks close the 15th of the month, so.
Okay, so I have to change the direction of the locomotive. Okay, gotta go out of this program. Okay, gotta go into a different program. Move the locomotive.
Yeah, I was watching that, Mark.
Hey, Mudball, how you doing? Donald is in the house.
One, two,
Mhm.
oh, oh. No. Oh, program. Okay, basic. Normal. I want reversed. Cool. Rate changes on cheap. Okay, it worked. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go here, save and close. Close there. Back to here.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, so we gotta go back to engines and trains. I gotta minimize that board. I can see you guys. Yeah, okay. And via and what? Oh no, gotta shut the power off. And yeah, cool. Okay. Properties. Speed. Oh, okay. Here. 50 there. A max speed brake. Okay. Oh, I gotta put your engine back on the track first.
Figure out if there's a way to make your screen on your phone like a VR screen. So no matter what you're watching, you can turn it into VR. Not sure though. Ah, fucking stupid ball.
Mm.
Looks like a line of thunderstorms heading for you there, Justin.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
probably.
Okay, because right here I'll stop it at 7. There's 7:30. There's 8 o'clock,
Yeah, we'll
So
get a
if you're
little
in
bit of it.
Tampa, you're in a
9
bit more
o'clock.
trouble.
Now
I'm
you're down
between-
in this area.
No, I'm up by like between Tampa and Orlando.
Yeah, if you're in Tampa, you're in trouble.
Kind of going up at an angle from Tampa to Orlando. I'd be in the middle.
Okay, so Daytona Beach kind of area.
No. If you were going at an angle from the Orlando dot to Tampa, I'd be in the middle of that,
127.
Okay, I got you.
roughly somewhere in there. But yeah,
So it
I'll
looks
get
like
some of
Tampa's
that.
getting it.
There's like this here.
Yeah,
Somewhere in
Um,
between there.
That's at 9:30.
because Tampa and Orlando are both about an hour and 20 minutes
There's 10
either
o'clock.
direction, depending on traffic.
10:30.
At 2 in the morning, I can get to Orlando in 45 minutes.
11 o'clock.
It's a really quick
Yeah.
drive when there's no traffic on the road. I could get to Orlando in probably 45 minutes. Pretty quickly, but
We don't
the
have much at all, Paul.
traffic is just really bad during the
We don't
day.
have much at all.
Yeah.
We had a lot yesterday,
Little bit of
all the
snow.
way up into Northern Territory.
Yeah, during the day, traffic adds about 40 minutes, like anywhere between 25 to 40 minutes.
Exactly.
Because I-4
Ooh,
fucking
look at that.
sucks. You'll be at a standstill on that fucking freeway.
There,
Yeah.
Why is there music playing?
there it is at 10 o'clock, Paul.
Oh yeah, got a little bit. They say we got a little snow coming.
Oh, that was weird as hell. Just had a YouTube video start playing. I was hearing music. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
Well, it's
don't
either shut down or it's
Tanya,
something's wrong with the camera.
Hmm.
yes, they did. They shut down the Tiki Bar Live. I noticed that
seriously?
yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, it's back up now.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now, live chat.
Okay.
Yep. 5:37 p.m. Eastern. Relentless is over in their chat.
Oh, okay.
She said, "Thank goodness of all the normal men are here."
Okay, I'm going to screen share. I'll show you what I'm
Oh,
looking
Wedge.
try to find it. Screen share.
Mothballs. The fuck?
Teeny Martini Bar, St. Augustine, Florida.
Hmm.
Nothing.
What are you talking
What
about?
about the
Right
one
there.
under?
It's the
The
one
one
under.
under it. Down.
Yeah, see, Relentless is all in the chat right there. She has a wrench to that too.
Yeah.
She actually has a wrench to their channel. I just noticed that.
Okay.
She must be in that chat a lot then. For them to give her a wrench. Or she knows the person that does it. Wouldn't it be the shit this whole time you've been watching this camera and Relentless knows somebody that runs the fucking camera?
Yeah.
I think she's actually down in Florida too. She said what a few weeks back when she was on one of the panels. Just coming down to Florida for the winter. Going over to the villages.
Yep.
What a wild sex orgy in that place.
Well, it seems awful light down there. Blue skies.
Well, they actually have that's why I said they actually have the clock on the wall on the video right there.
Yeah. Because it's been dark here now for like last 10 minutes.
Yeah, they actually have two different channels going. One of them's down.
Yeah, this one isn't working anymore.
You know what it was? I bet you that Johnny what was that Johnny
Johnny
Technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the one that was doing it before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's the beach bar.
Yay.
What's a little bit of a cougar young pup here or what? A lot of cougars down there.
Nothing wrong with that.
He must have two different camera angles on the Teeny Martini bar now. But why would you have two random ass names for your channel? Like you think you would have like a nice professional name for each channel, like Teeny Martini Bar Camera 1, Teeny
Yeah.
Martini Camera 2, not Johnny Technology and some other random ass name. The other,
Oh, well, maybe the camera is, you don't suppose it's Relentless because the camera that's live at the Teeny Martini Bar is Golfster 01.
well, I think it's just a secondary view that they have. And it just has a different channel name.
I don't know. That's the usual view right there.
Yeah, but I thought they added a second camera to it. Remember, they did have a different view, remember? For a while there, and then all of a sudden they went back to that regular camera again.
Mm-hmm.
It was for like a couple weeks they had a different view over there.
I don't know.
It seems it's the same angle.
Yeah, but there was actually for about 2 weeks there was a different viewpoint.
Mm.
And then for some reason they just randomly went back to the old camera and they were on that one again. I don't know. All right, hold on. What did we? Oh God. Hey, Paul,
Yeah.
ask your Alexa to play Poop Noodle.
Wait, what?
Ask your Alexa to play Poop Noodle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Gee, boy.
Alexa, play Poop Noodle.
Poop Noodle and similar songs on Amazon Music.
What is it?
Sarah's asking you a question.
In the house? What
Okay.
kind of question is that? What is it? I can't hear it because the fucking Zoom's cutting
Yeah.
out the audio.
Jim Beauchard sent me the clip. And it's a
Oh.
hilarious song.
Alexa, stop.
I'll have to go to YouTube.
It
and
was
listen to
it was like I don't know, but it started out with a regular song, but it says don't F me in the ass tonight. And
Yeah. If you haven't heard it, go and listen to it. It's a good laugh. Yeah, because Jim Beauchard sent it to me.
Oh,
Oh my God.
are you listening to it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I got sent that one about,
Hold on, I'm gonna put the link in the
12 months
chat
ago.
from YouTube.
yeah. If you're easily offended,
Yeah, if you're
Don't.
easily offended, don't.
uh-oh. Sarah's getting mad.
Yeah, up in here.
I'll see.
Yeah.
She is calling you now.
7 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 35 degrees.
I just walked over to pay my rent in short sleeves and a shirt
Jesus fucking
and got halfway
Christ.
over there and realized how cold it was.
Hmm.
And we're at 47 right now.
Yeah, this is what it feels like to have a vagina.
Mm.
That was funny the other night when fucking
Oh,
Tim
hell.
said he was gonna come do the
Right.
helicopter. Oh, and there we go.
You know, all of a sudden we're going to see somebody crazy. Hey, look.
Please don't fuck me in the ass tonight. Popeye's fried chicken ain't sitting right.
How does this stay on YouTube?
Oh, nice knowing you, Paul.
I think, yeah, that's enough. Okay.
That's what Beauchard sent to.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Sent
somebody
me that
actually
about 12
took the
months ago.
time to make a fucking song like that.
Yeah, and I can't believe that it's on YouTube.
Mm.
Oh, there's way more offensive shit on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
nothing. I go find a million
Some-
rap songs that are 10 times more
The,
offensive.
the,
than
the
that.
person that did that, her name is Wendy Ho, H-O.
Probably some kind of
Probably
comedian or
is.
something. I bet she's a comedian. Because I mean that's just off the wall right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's some
It
type
wasn't
of
that
shit you
funny,
would
it
have
was just
sung with.
plain nasty.
That's nasty. Nasty.
Good
Look
stuff.
at Don trying to play all
Well, you put
innocent in
out
the
a
chat.
nasty
You people are sick.
We know that. And there's no
Listen.
cure for it either, Don.
Why that girl put out that nasty video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other question. You got to be twisted to even think up something like that.
Oh my God. Listen to y'all trying
You
to
know,
act
and
all
the name,
proper all
what
of a
was the
sudden.
name? Nancy Hope?
Yeah.
Maybe AI like get you, you know?
My New Year's resolution is to be kinder and less vulgar, Donald says.
That's
No,
it.
I'm gonna go the
Too
exact
late,
opposite.
too late, you wrote it.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
Oh,
would
no, that
be
was
a bit
his.
surprised if Don wasn't her agent.
Mhm.
What are you
he
talking
said,
about? Don might have made a commercial.
listen,
Yes, I
I'm trying to
don't
be all proud. Oh my God. He's like, I forgive you, but I don't condone it.
Like, I understand, but I don't agree.
Oh my fuck. Where the hell did you find that, Mike?
Exactly.
That's fucking retarded.
Yeah. We're finding the dark end of YouTube tonight.
Oh my fucking God.
You talk about the dark web. Holy crap.
I'm not copying and pasting that because I don't want it in my history.
Oh my God. This is actually pretty funny, though.
Thank you very much. Wash my mouth out with soap and water after that one.
Your mouth of mine. What?
My fucking God, Mike.
You gonna go get some holy water?
Where do you
Go straight to
find
church
that?
and drink out of it.
Where do you find that?
I don't know where he found that at, but it was actually pretty funny, the shit that person was saying in the song.
The question is not where did he find it? Why did he look for it?
Exactly. I bet it was
Yes, where
downloaded
did
on his
that-
computer. He was like, "Oh, this is perfect time. I can show this music video I've been storing on my computer for years now."
There you go.
Oh my God.
Oh shit!
Shit people find sometimes.
Mm.
That was pretty funny.
Want
First like minute and a half of that song.
Yeah, it gets stuck in your head.
Well, because you almost thought they were being serious, but then they're like saying shit that particular movement would get super pissed about. So I don't think that they were. I think they were doing it as a joke, more or less, making fun of them. That's where it was coming off to me,
Yeah.
like they were just making fun of that whole crowd.
No. But again,
Like a little Vader sitting there all by his lonesome.
I got a squirrel. I got a squirrel. Ugh. Yeah, this is a gray squirrel, Paul.
Oh yeah, that's his favorite, huh?
Oh, dude, my two dogs the other night were making me and Sarah in here cracking up. So Tyson would come running in the room, jump up on the bed with one of the toys. Bo would come in like 5 seconds later, jump on the bed, steal it from him, run out of the room. And then you'd see Tyson run out the room, and then he'd come back in with the toy. They were going back and forth, stealing it from each other for like 20 minutes. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, what's going on?
I don't know what those one toys are made out of, but Bo really likes them. They're like kind of like a hard plastic rubbery toys. They're really heavy and hard. Not sure what they're made out of, but he chews the living shit out of those things.
Squeakers in them, but there's no stuffing in them.
I'm not used to Donald talking like a priest on here, you know? Don't try to be perfect. Just try and be better than you were yesterday. Peace all.
Oh my god. So full of shit.
God.
Hey, Hodges, I found the best toy for the dogs. You get a
Yeah.
whole sock and tie a knot in it and throw it to them. They're happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Bo is the big one, don't you?
Yep.
And Sheila up there back on the fall, she got a couple of those balls where you put a treat in them, you know, and they got to, you know, work at getting it out.
Yeah.
Well, about 2 weeks ago, because I brought them home from the trailer, I still had to take the treats out of them. They couldn't get the treats out of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, all you really got to do to really get Donald's true self out, Joe, is when he's on a panel, purposely say everything like wrong information on everything.
Yeah.
And then try to argue the point that you're right, even though you're wrong. And eventually a dumbass will slip out of his mouth.
Something got to slip.
So eventually it's going to boil up and he's going to call you a dumbass.
That's right, Nanya.
Yes.
Well, my son is officially back in North Carolina.
Oh, your military son.
Yeah, he left this morning about 11.
Oh,
He got in there
what is this?
about an hour ago, but he just got to his house. And
So he
was running
drove-
to get, no, he was flying. He flew back.
Oh, flew back. Okay.
His wife is here because he's flying back the 10th or the 9th or something like this of February. He's got 2 weeks then. And on the 18th, they're getting married. And then they're going to the
Oh.
Bahamas for a couple of days. So he's coming back. He might be coming back right after Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is the 13th of February.
I hate
That
living
is
in North.
my,
That's where
Granddaughter's
Sarah
first
wants to
birthday,
go to
too.
Mardi Gras.
and that's my
Yeah.
granddaughter's first birthday.
What's
Mardi
up,
Gras day.
Lance?
Yes.
Hey, Lance Gardena.
I liked North Carolina when I first moved there, but to be honest with you, I would never, especially the area I lived in, I would never move back there again. The
Well,
amount
he's
of
between New Bern and Cherry Point. He just bought a house.
just the area
Yeah.
I happen to live in was
Yeah.
like Robertson and Columbus County.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that was where lumber, what was it? I can't think of the damn name now. But you had like Whiteville, and it was between but it was just a really bad area. It got super, super bad over the years. And the cops around there seem to be fucking useless getting anything done. I don't know. Out of all the places I've ever lived, this has been about the best, especially when it came to law enforcement. I mean, they'll help you. Like, there's a lot of law enforcement around the country that you'll go to them for something small,
Hey,
but
Steve.
it's a crime, and they just just wave you off. Oh, there's nothing we can do. It's just not worth our time type attitude. But here, it don't matter. It could just be somebody stole your phone, and they will do a police report, and they'll try to hunt it down for you, and they'll do what they can. You know what I'm saying? They don't just
Yep.
wave you off and tell you to go. There's nothing they can do, and then they leave it. Don't help you.
And my son was telling me they still haven't caught that guy. And they're still getting reports of seeing him different places, getting from people calling it in. And so he's on
I know
tonight and
about
tomorrow
that.
night.
I
And
know.
then he got two other be on the lookouts came through. One guy killed a woman in Mississippi, not that far from here, like about 40 miles from here, and tried to burn her body in a garage to hide it. And he's got connections down here in Covington and Mandeville area. So now they're looking for him.
I mean, Nanya, gentrification isn't always a bad thing. I mean, there are some really bad areas that, have gotten a lot nicer because of that. I'm not going to say it's a good thing, but it's not really a bad thing either.
Yeah, blank spot though. How come?
But they're looking for like 5 people now in the area. That just means my gun goes on my desk again. Not that, like I said, I've been here 16 years and you barely have anything happen in this complex. Barely.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be a time somebody's gonna do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Eddie's here.
Nanya,
Eddie. And
Eddie.
Steve.
Carpenter.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Hey, Eddie. Hey, Steve.
Happy News, gentlemen.
Eat Eddie.
Happy New Year to you too.
Eddie, how are you, sir?
Mm.
When they take your right away to protect yourself, you lose. Ask Paul Hodges what that's like.
What's that?
When they take your right away to protect yourself,
Oh,
you
Jesus.
lose. Ask Paul Hodges what that's like.
Yeah, and I hear the guy
Canada.
everybody's guns now over there.
All they want to do is hate on the citizens, not
No,
the
it's-
criminals who deserve it.
You know, you take your guns away, and the government gets more powerful, and you can't stop them.
Same thing, Dominic.
Yep.
Same thing over where you live.
Yep.
They're trying to hate on you for protecting yourself. That ain't cool. Not in my universe. I'm not wrong. Am I wrong?
No, I'm
You
here
know-
in California. It's that way. It's just as bad.
When the criminals want to, they'll hit you over the head with a brick.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Fact.
change. Lock.
It's a fact. Love you guys. I just want to chime in for a second and let you know Happy New Year. And I know we did this
Yep.
the other day, but I've noticed Vader in the background.
Yes,
Oh. You like playing here?
Yep.
Here?
Yep.
he's got his own swirling.
Here, give me that. Give me that back.
There he is. Good
I can swing him almost, right?
boy. Good boy. Look at him.
Yeah, he likes to play. My little buddy is always there beside me.
He
So,
knows who
Steve,
Dad-
what's new in
he knows who his
California?
dad is.
We had rain this morning. Came
Yeah?
on through, started about 4 a.m. and gone by 10.
Wow.
it never rains in Southern California.
Oh, yes, it did. That was surprising.
Tell that to the people at Disney World or whatever it is.
And I've been there.
Rains like every
Disneyland, not
15
Disney
minutes
World.
or something
Disney
like
World's
this.
in Florida.
Yeah,
Disneyland.
my bad. Florida. My bad.
Yeah, no, you got to suffer with that no matter what. We do get rain. We've been on expecting El Nino to be coming through, but it's been mainly headed north and that portion is good because it's going to put the snowpack as this, systems do run through. You got enough high elevation to get the snowpack up in the Sierra Nevadas.
Mhm.
Okay.
Here, this storm came through. It was colder than the last 2
You
weeks.
got lucky, is what you're saying. You got lucky.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cold, so we got snow even in the local mountains
Okay.
here.
Steve, you're gonna appreciate this shirt.
Heh,
Cause how big is yours?
How big? How big is yours?
Mine's
How
a
big is
2.8.
yours? Heh,
That is good.
Not that big. Heh, that's my answer. Not that big.
Yeah, I'm strictly with 2.8. That's it. It does the job.
You lucky son of a.
We're supposed
Now
to,
the wa-
we had some
if-
rain this morning come through, and then we got a real good one coming through Friday, midday, and then another one Monday. They're expecting between Friday and Monday, we're getting somewhere to 8 inches, 9 inches of rain.
I was
Wow.
gonna say, didn't you just have like a really bad storm, USA? Like
We
not too
have
long
those.
ago?
Welcome
Every
to
day,
Louisiana.
right? Every day.
Welcome to
Okay.
Louisiana.
Okay.
And the way it's scheduled, about every 3 days, we're getting one coming through now.
Okay.
Well, that's
That's all
part.
back-to-back cold fronts.
Yeah, and that's how El Nino coming down through. You know,
Yeah, we've got that as well.
it's underneath of us. That's why we haven't had hardly any bad weather like snow or anything.
Oh, there's
Wh-
the other doggy, Paul. What's her name? I forget her name.
What's what? This one?
Yeah,
Gracie.
That's Gracie.
Gracie. That's
Yeah,
right.
my Gracie. Yeah. I've
Yeah,
always all my life. Haven't we? We've always had big all my life.
She
You get enough petting yet?
sure
or
is a
what?
good looking doggy. That's all I gotta say.
Uh,
Look at her.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Now, yeah. She hugs me.
Aw,
Yeah. Because she wants petting. If I stop petting
That's
her.
awesome.
She's the one that has seizures.
Yeah, she has seizures. I didn't tell you she had one the other morning at 4:15 in the morning.
Oh,
That's
wow.
2 weeks.
Where you at, Phil?
But they're normally about 4 or 5 months apart.
That's got to be scary,
Kind of used to it now. You know.
right? Okay.
What are you doing down there?
Look at Vader.
So how's the weather over your
Look at
way,
him.
Paul?
What's that?
Well, it's just been kind of, it's 32 degrees, cloudy. It's a little bit windy right now.
Yeah, 32, but it feels like 27.
Much love, everyone. I'm gonna pop out. Have a good one.
Okay, hey, Eddie, thanks for
No
stopping
worries.
in.
Much
Hey,
love.
Eddie, get a camera, will you?
Yes, I'm gonna work on that.
Okay,
I
but don't
promise.
work too hard. You can just get one right
I want to get a good one.
You any camera's a
If
good
any of you have a good pick for a good price, let me know.
Here, Eddie.
It's just a little one.
Here's a
Oh my
camera
God,
right
it's so
there.
little.
Yeah.
Local?
Yeah.
And up here I've got
just using a laptop camera.
That's
LOGI.
That camera's plugged into your USB.
Yep.
Mine's built into my laptop.
Yeah, no. I'd
Or
post
built into your phone.
if
or
you want to
tab-
know
or
what I
your
look
tablet.
like, think about a life size garden gnome. That's what I look like.
That's Eddie, a life-size garden gnome.
Mm.
Okay.
That's what I look
Yeah.
like. Wait till you
What-
see me. You're
what-
gonna be like,
Look
he
for
wasn't,
some
he wasn't playing any games. He was
look for some
honest.
sales on Logitech on Amazon.
Yeah, Logitech, that's what you want. Logitech is where you want to go.
okay. Logitech, got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm on here right now.
And
How about-
Amazon, they've got some sales
And
on it.
Amazon. Okay.
Let me pull up Logitech camera.
I mean, I don't want to spend more than like $70, right?
Or you
But
can
I
get
want
one.
some good quality.
Logitech's been around for a long time.
Yeah, they have. They have a lot of their products actually.
Hey, here you go. I'm gonna screen share, Eddie.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Amazon.
On Amazon. Yep.
Oh my God,
There
it's
you
only
go.
coming in. Okay, $29. That's the one.
Yep.
Wow,
Free,
that's,
free
nice and
delivery.
simple.
that's not a bad deal, actually.
No.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Okay.
And here's a Logitech for 96.
Yeah, that goes up.
Here's
Well,
the
they have
Yeah.
extra. They have added bonus features. Right?
This is what I'm
Definitely.
using right here, right now.
The
Yeah, I
63.
was gonna say.
That's
$16
10. That's
$10
1080.
Okay.
Yeah,
Has
I
a
was just about to
microphone
say.
even in it. Okay.
That,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
C920.
Logitech at the top is pretty old model. That's why
Yeah.
it's so cheap. It's only
Yeah.
720, I think.
Look at there,
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
it's a
68,
10
63,
10K.
69.
Yeah, the C920 is the way to go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nine-
the 920 because
920F.
that gives you 1080p.
Yep.
Yeah.
So does that
There you
mean
go.
because it's USB that I can take that with my phone and use it wirelessly wherever I'm at?
No, it's because it's gonna
No.
be a U
It's got to
US.
be plugged into a
US
USB
Got
port.
to be plugged
It's
in.
gonna
Okay.
be USB-A port.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you had an adapter, but I've never tried to hook a webcam into a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
you
I
do have
I have this
USB-A.
camera just plugged right into the computers.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you
Right,
go.
but you
It's
have
under
the-
$70.
But you have these type of
Wow.
connectors here. I'll show you what
The
you're doing.
A's.
It stops here.
But see, you got these right here. That is
Okay.
USB-A to USB-C. But
Okay.
I wouldn't bother hooking a webcam up to a phone. That's
No.
seems kind of
You-
redundant. Since your phone has a camera
I need to
built
get one of
into it.
those. I have a lot of devices that probably could use it.
I
I didn't even know that existed, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two. I got USB-C to USB-A, and then I got two USB-A to USB-Cs.
I like the
Hmm.
background.
I bought
by
a
the
little
way.
4-pack. Thanks.
Your background, pretty cool.
Yes. Thanks to Jim's joining.
So I actually bought a 4-pack, and there was two of each in there. But
Okay.
you have USB-A to USB-C,
Okay.
and then you have USB-C to USB-A.
Okay. I've been talking about getting a cam for a long time.
I mean, you can get cheaper where you can
I
find.
have to do this. I
Well,
have
yeah,
the Christmas
I
money
mean-
right now to actually make it happen. So maybe I
That'd be the
should.
way to go. That one. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the one you want right there.
63 bones.
920.
Got it.
Yeah.
C920S.
C920S.
I think I have the 922.
That's
Another one.
1080p.
Yeah,
What's
I think
this?
there's the 925, but I think that's extra.
Yeah, there's one
fancy.
with a higher HD.
Yeah.
I think they have one that
It has
does
a weird mount.
2.4.
Was that supposed to be like hook on top of your
Yeah,
All you
see
do
that
It sits on your
screen or
monitor.
something?
Screen or on top of your monitor.
on your top of your monitor. See here?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on top. Okay.
Well, what it is
There you
is
go,
that
yeah.
little lip under there sits on the outside of your screen, then the back part presses up against the back of the screen.
And it's
comes in.
adjustable, fully adjustable.
Because then
But
you
it
can
also-
control the up and down attitude. of
Okay,
it,
so
too.
that makes sense. That's why it has like this.
But it also has the standard screw hole for like a
Like a mount.
for
An
yeah, for
actual
like
mount.
a mount or a tripod or whatever.
You can stick it to
And-
the wall if
see,
you want
it's
to.
got video
Right.
capture 1080p. It's got special feature low light.
Low light. Okay.
Dude, I remember when COVID first started, and those cameras right there used to only be like $30 cameras, and then they
Okay.
jumped up to over $100 because everybody was at home.
That's the one that's on this computer right here now. See, it says I last purchased it in
Yeah.
February of 2021.
Yeah, That's the one you just
Yeah,
bought.
Years ago.
those $30-$40 cameras skyrocketed over $100 during COVID.
Yeah.
And then they went
You're not
back
taking
down to
word
about
for it,
50, 60, and they've just been at that price ever since. Yeah, you used to be able to get a 920 for like 35, $40.
Mm.
And then they went
Yeah,
to
they
like
were less-
100.
I mean,
were-
how much
they
did
were-
you spend on that microphone, Justin? That thing must have
Yeah,
been expensive, right?
Yeti Nano, you can find them for 50, $60. I mean, you
Okay.
can go to
I mean,
Amazon.
that's fair. I don't think
Go,
that's bad.
go to Amazon Warehouse, and you find better
Mm.
deals than what's on Amazon.
Sounds
So,
like a pretty fair deal to me.
So if you go to Amazon Warehouse deals, this is all shit that people just return. It's open box and everything.
Mm.
And you can go here and say put in webcam.
I mean, I know you don't know, but on my side, you sound really good. That mic was well worth it. It's well worth it. You
So
sound
yeah, so like
pretty
right
good.
here, they have 2 used offers because they're just open box. So you can
Okay.
get one right here for $39.
Oh, yeah.
That same one
Oh yeah,
for
same
$40.
one. And it has a mic in it.
And they're not technically used products. So somebody bought it, opened it, didn't want it, sent it
Yeah, I
back,
didn't like it.
and they can't sell it as new anymore. So,
Okay.
but it's just called AmazonWarehouse.com. All
Okay,
this
I'll
shit
check it
is
out.
like on sale all the time.
I will
And
definitely check it out.
the speakers are in that too.
Mm.
Do they do drones like this?
Yes, they have everything on.
Good
them.
look.
So we can find a drone just same way.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
Haven't you been buying on Amazon?
No. No.
Let me
Yeah.
see here.
I got the Pro 3.
Can you still see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. There it
So
is.
yeah, they have
Totally.
all
There
these
it is.
used offers. DJI Fly Air 3 Fly More kit, $1,000.
There it is. That's actually a really good deal.
Yeah, this is just stuff people opened up and decided they didn't want it. So right here, like they have the Mini SE, 5 used
Yeah,
offers.
Mavic 3 Pro. That's what I got. Comes with like the 2
Choice.
extra batteries and
And the
stuff.
thing is, all this
Good
stuff
choice.
is still
Excuse me.
under Amazon's warranty. So if you get it and something's wrong with it, you can send
Yeah,
it back.
manufacturer
You
warranty.
can send it back.
Yeah, you're not buying as
And then
is
they'll-
type thing.
And then they'll sell it to somebody for half even that price.
Well, I'm saying it's not sold as an as is item. You're
Right.
if something's wrong with it, you can send it back just like any other item.
Probably sold under the term refurbished.
But yeah, it's an awesome website. A lot of people don't know about Amazon Warehouse, but you can get really good deals on there.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Mm.
I
I bet
found
you there's a
stuff,
lot of
stuff-
musical instruments I'd love to
Yeah,
have.
get
on
yourself a webcam.
dude. I bought the mini.
Microphone.
I bought the mini one on there, and when it first came out, I think it was $299, and I got it for $182
there. Wow,
on the Amazon Warehouse.
that's a heck of a savings.
Hmm.
Do you see what Wedge and Big put in the chat?
Mm.
Just a warning, when webcams have a light indicator so you know it's on. Check it before you watch your adult content.
Don't
Make-
walk around naked. Is that
No,
what you're saying?
make sure
Okay.
the light is on.
No.
Apparently-
Otherwise, you'll get banned from church.
Otherwise, you'll get
You
banned
buy
from church.
you
life.
buy the little. All you do is buy the little flip-
Demonetized.
You just buy the little flip cover for it, and it covers your
Demonetized.
lens.
Jody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to get banned from church live stream.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. That's a fact.
Hello, Jody.
Yeah, Mike said he got his window
Jody, what's
visors
up,
for his
Jody?
SUV for
Oh,
$18, and regular price was $70.
Awesome.
I was gonna go, but you guys sucked me in. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
One moment
Um,
at a time. Happy New Year.
Here, what I'll do is
If Paul don't feed the squirrels, nobody will.
That's right.
Here
I
you
think-
go. Here you go, Eddie. You can get the
Oh,
little
that's a good
cover
one.
for it.
$26.
Here,
Oh,
well,
$64
no,
for a good one.
This is
For the
it.
good
This
one.
is the 920. But see how this
Okay.
got the little flip cover on it?
Yeah.
You just push it down and it doesn't
So
do
no
it.
one needs to see me whacking it.
And by the
All right.
way, you can make sure that that light doesn't turn on and still turn on the camera.
There's the link to Amazon
only
Warehouse if
jokes, yeah.
anybody wants to check it out.
It's only a joke. I'll check it out for sure.
Because, like I said, it's a completely different website than regular Amazon. It's a completely different, separate website.
Logitech. See, every time
This is a renewed one,
you
which
guys
comes.
keep bringing up the same cam every time, so that
It's not even
Yeah, this is a-
renewed. I guarantee it's not renewed. It's just open box.
that
With-
means
yeah.
to me it's
It's
worth
just
it.
somebody bought the shit and returned it, and they're just selling it.
Oh, there it is. They just showed it. It was on the. There it is.
Yeah. Fits
Stuck
on it
on
that
the.
way.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
both of
Now,
my cameras
you know
are
what's
just
weird?
like that.
In that picture, if you go back to it, there was a camera right under it,
I have bought so
blocking the
much.
camera.
I've bought so much renewed stuff off of Amazon, and it all came and looked brand new still when I got it.
You
The
do
only
something
difference was the
about
seal on the box was broken. That was it.
But they have renewed too on Amazon. You just go down, you wheel down,
it. Okay.
and it's 30. I mean, how can you go wrong? $36.
I mean, it sounds like a good deal to
Well,
me.
see, that's what the Amazon warehouse does. It takes all this renewed crap that you have to look for in
And they'll take it
the
back. if
regular
it's broken,
Amazon.
right?
Oh yeah,
And
they stand behind it.
Okay.
I don't want those.
Sorry, Justin. I didn't mean to talk over you.
It's you just when you wheel down, you go down here and you can see all kinds of renewed stuff. And here's
Man,
one
here's
$27.
I mean, if I wanted to spend $100, I could probably get something really nice. Actually, I bet.
You don't really need to spend more than that.
I mean, shouldn't have to, but
Well, the C920 is a good camera.
Yeah,
C920 is the way to go.
I just wouldn't go with that one there because that's really old tech. The top one,
C920 is
the
one I
very
want.
top one.
oh yeah, this one here.
Those ones are so old.
That
I
one's
wouldn't even-
garbage.
Yeah, it's
CT70.
720.
Here's the 920S is $63.
C920
basically
is
what you
Peter's
need.
saying, and okay.
And then
I
just
mean-
the next one up.
All right.
Couple
That
more
other
bucks.
Logitech would have been one you would use like back in 2010.
922, yeah.
922. The Pro Streamer.
That one's good enough.
Yeah.
Any of the 920s.
Okay, here's a 920S Pro webcam renewed, $36.
Wow. That's actually a really good deal. I should probably jump on
Get
that.
on it.
Yeah.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one I have, Mike. I think it might be the 920.
One day delivery. You
Yes.
can have it by 10 o'clock
922.
tomorrow morning.
What a good deal.
Might be
And we
If
live
you're
near
Prime-
each other, so that
If
time
you're a
is
Prime
correct.
customer,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's you need to go to the Amazon site.
You sure you guys want to see my face? I don't think you do.
yeah. Well, if you're looking at mine,
you're sexier than I am, Dom. Don't tell nobody else I said that.
You're going to be known now forever for telling Doc he's
Don't
sexy.
tell anybody else I said
He's Mr. Sexy.
that.
you're a sexy
Sexy
beast.
pants off, dance off. He's giggling. Perfect. Nailed it.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
I'm gonna check those things out. Guys, I do have to go, but
Okay.
I only wanted to check in and let you know how much I love you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you
Happy
too.
to you too,
Happy
Happy
New
Eddie.
New Year,
Year.
Justin. Happy New Year, Dom. Happy New Year, USA. Happy New Year, Paul.
Okay. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year back.
So you guys got some storms headed your way this week, Paul.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's way here. If that works.
There you go, Dom. I changed your name for you.
Mr. Sexy.
Mr.
Face.
Sexy.
Well, technically speaking, Sarah, it is happy birthday here today. So I can
Sarah's
wish you a,
birthday is tomorrow.
it's today here, so happy birthday.
Dom's ahead of the game.
Justin dropped off, huh?
Uh-oh. What's he done?
He heard a car door. Sarah got home.
Joe's got his printer going. Is that thing still sticking now with the glue stick?
I'm not using it.
There you go. University of Michigan.
All right. That turned out good.
Actually, it's the same M for Mandeville, so I could take that off and have the Mandeville M.
I don't have
Here's-
cash. App,
and
but
this
I will
this
thank
all
you.
of this stuff is for Gitchy. That's the Detroit Lions.
And I'm printing a backboard to go on. It's going to glue on. It's
Okay.
silver. It says Go Lions.
I'll work out how to PayPal, but
Well, you guys got to be happy with the turnout of the Rose Bowl.
yeah. It was a big last quarter and overtime.
Yeah, I found out that you got to make sure you set that temperature and make sure you lock it in. Because what happened last night was when it stuck, when that piece broke off, it was because the range on the stuff was 192.20, and it was sitting at 190, so it wasn't enough to melt it, so it broke off.
Oh, okay.
So now, before I print anything, I lock it in at 220, and way if it drops 5 degrees, it's still 215.
Hmm.
And so far, so good.
That's good to hear. And it's not lifting up on you anymore, right?
And I lowered it down to 55 instead of 65, so it'll stick better. And I haven't used glue on any of them yet.
Oh, okay. Because I know when I was on the other day, it hadn't pulled up because you had glued it down.
Right. I glued the main thing I wanted to make this bin right here. That sits on the side and it will catch dirt that jumps off into it. That way it doesn't get all over the desk. That one printed about the fourth time it finally printed. And it was at 55 and I had it glued down and it still tried to lift up a little bit in the corner. But it's down there. I don't care about the corner. It's good. You can't see it. It's on the inside. But it just sits right on the side of the printer, right on this side. And I've got another one on that side, and it snaps onto the bar, so it holds it in place. But long as it's like last night was a unique night because it happened right around midnight. So I said, well, I can wait until tomorrow and do it. I could try to do it right now. And I started taking it apart. I had to take that whole head off again. And then when I got the head off, I couldn't get to the piece. Took an X-Acto knife, got up in there and felt it. It was able to lift it up enough. And I said, well, I can't get it out. It won't come out. I'm going to have to push it out. I had to take another piece off that I've never taken off. I had 2 screws, took that off, was able to take something, push it right through. And it was one piece that was still stuck in there, but it was close enough to the heating element. I said, well, I'm going to push it down towards the heating element because there's a little copper tube. So let me get it down to that tube. And then what I'll do is I'll heat that sucker up to 250 and see if it works. And it melted it. And that got through then.
Oh, that's
But
good.
there are ways around it.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people in our community that have been doing 3D printing, and they've got a lot of information out there to learn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you know
I'm
Jay
at-
Malone. Jay Malone.
No.
He's on Facebook. I know him from that. He was flying drones, but he's mainly a photographer. And then he opened up a wood shop and then starting to do a bunch of other stuff. So now they do laser etching, printing, 3D printing. He showed it on his Facebook, a 24-inch long dragon.
Oh, yeah.
That is just unbelievable. Oh, that's
That was my
nice.
ornament for my daughter. If you notice, the stars are little diamonds sitting in there.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Oh,
from
nice.
years past, I've got some little loose diamonds in the back. So I found one to fit that, and that's going to be the one she gets eventually.
Uh-huh.
And then Valentine's Day is coming up. I made her that last night.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of the stuff she has is elephants. And where they're at, she has her own little room, right?
Uh-huh.
So I found an elephant switch plate. So I'm gonna print that up later and put that in the room so you have an elephant switch plate.
Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. I mean, this thing is just unbelievable. Yeah, he's gone to do it. He started making cutting boards, custom cutting boards, for
Yeah.
Mhm.
cooking. And there it is. Let's see if I can show this up. It's pretty cool looking. There,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
showing.
Oh, wow, a dragon.
Yeah. That's 3D printed. Completely
Yeah, they've got
flexible.
a few of them. We got a few smaller ones like that. What I'm thinking about doing is making the dragon egg. They've got a dragon egg
Uh-huh.
and making that and then trying to make one that'll fit inside it
Yeah.
and do it. I'm gonna do it with a silk that's like a 2 or 3 color silk on the outside. And then the inside, it'll also be a couple of colors silk like that. And then what it'll do is it'll be a darker color. So when you unscrew the egg and take it out, the
Mhm.
dragon will be on the inside.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've got a year to make those because I'm giving one to my 7-year-old. A 7-year-old, she's gonna be 8 next year, niece. And then the one that's gonna be 3 next year, she'll get one for Christmas.
Hmm.
And that way I could knock out some of the kids' gifts like that.
Oh, I shouldn't have shut it off. I'll go back. This is kind of like the stuff he started doing, and then he changed his whole business around from the photography. He still does it, but like these custom cutting boards. And he'll make them up with just about any type of wood that you want. But he's turned this thing into like a production manufacturing, and they do laser etching and cutting and just about everything to do with it. And they've turned this business now from his photography studio. It's got businesses. It's there, but this thing's taken over. He's over in the town of Corning, Arkansas, where Corning ware is made.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had him do a couple of boards for me. He did a big solid block for me that's 1 inch.
And he's making those out of
It's about 1.25 inches thick. And then
he's
when
screen
after it was
printing
done with that, he made me 2 smaller ones out of that as the cutoff was coming in. He had the boards and then made 2 smaller ones out of the section there that were like to use for smaller, like, for serving cheese trays, that type of thing.
Yeah. And that's all 3D printed.
No. This is
No.
wood. He actually gets the wood.
That's what I said. That didn't look 3D.
No. I'm saying he started in the wood business doing
Oh, yeah.
these boards and doing some bookshelves and stuff like that. And he's turned this whole business, this evolved from where he was in the photography business with the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
You can't do much of anything with everything's closed down. No one's going to come to your business to have photos taken.
That's like my brother-in-law that owned a restaurant, the one with my sister's restaurant.
Uh-huh.
On his own time, to get away from making food and doing anything like that, he started buying all the different machines to do woodworking.
Uh-huh.
And he started, this when YouTube first came out, so he started watching all the stuff. And he started doing the woodworking. And he built a 7-foot table. It was all inlaid. All the bedroom furniture he built. He did, so his whole house was everything he built.
Wow.
Okay, chaps, I've
He went
got
out and
to
spent
head
like
out.
about
So
40 grand just on equipment.
if you're still on in the next 15, 20 minutes, I'll jump back on.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Dominic.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Ron Lockwood got a new desk. You see that like log cabin desk that he
Yeah, they had it made. They made it,
That's
didn't
it.
they?
Yeah. Look pretty cool.
Well, Ron had had something like that.
Yeah. Making room for the grizzly coming in.
Yep.
I shouldn't say grizzly, the black bear.
Yeah. Yeah, wait till he wakes up in the middle of the night and forgets us there.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you hear this boom.
He'll be calling his friend, how do we fix this?
Yeah, really. Blows out the taxidermy black bear in a big hole out the side of his house.
Now, one thing I don't like about a 3D printer, I'm down to 11 minutes on this bottom part. And it's figuring out what it's doing and where it's at. And it'll sit there and it might get down to 5 minutes. And if it's like it's getting ready to do the last couple of layers, and it's going to be real slow. It may not be enough time, 11 minutes. It might get to like 5 minutes and jump back up to 18 or 16 because it's projecting what it's doing.
What make of printer is that, Joe?
This is the Anchor make of M5C,
Okay.
small one.
And he's loving every minute of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, we can say that.
It's like the point of Justin said the other day, like watching paint dry.
Well, I'm telling you. Well, when I have a real long print, I'm doing something else. Like today, I had pictures to put together. So when I started the lion this morning, it was a 2-hour, 47-minute print. So I put the first batch of pictures together. Then I ate lunch. Then it was finished. Then it looked good, and I started the second print. Sat here and watched the movie a little while, and then I put the other pictures together. And when I finished, I watched the movie. So I got all the pictures put together, sitting over here in the packing play. And everything's ready to go. I'm gonna drop them off tomorrow. I wasn't about to bring them out today because it was raining. So tomorrow I'll find out what time. I'll either drop them off at the office. I'm supposed to fly with Johnny maybe tomorrow. So it depends on it's going to be depending on the wind now because they're talking about wind being windy. But I'll probably just drop it off at the school, give it to the coach, because I got 2 coaches I can give them to, and they'll hand them out. But I got the posters that have to get there the next day. They have to get there tomorrow because they got to put them up the first game. The basketball team has not played. The boys have not played at home, and they've been playing for 2 months. The first game is Monday night.
Oh, it's the first home game?
First home game. That's where they go to district play.
You mean
So
they've been
their
on the road?
posters-
They've been on the road all this time,
Yeah,
then, huh?
all the time.
Wow.
So now they got to get their posters put up. I haven't even invoiced them for the posters. That's the bad part.
Wow.
I got the invoice sitting right here. I haven't given it to them. In fact, I've got to order We got to order 25 4x6. I think 5x7. I got to look at it. Either I think it's 4x6s of the 3 team pictures that I did last year. It's like it shows each team in it. It's a little format. Might be a 5x7. I got to order 25 of those tomorrow and pick them up before I'll go even bring them to them.
It's cool. Now you just got to keep them dry to get them there.
Oh, tomorrow's gonna be dry. There's no problem. They're all sealed up. It's like
Oh, cool.
well, you can see that's the girl outside. That's the ones outside I shoot.
Uh-huh.
And then the guys are a little bit different. Those are done with a green screen.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
You got that the button and everything goes with it.
All right. That is
So
very
I got
cool.
all of those put together and all that's ready to go. And then a couple of weeks I should be shooting track. Track should be kicking in.
Uh-huh.
2 schools. 2 schools track, and then I've got softball right after that. And I got to get with the baseball coach either this week or next week, probably next week. Wait till he settles down because he doesn't have a photographer. It's his first year there, and I'm gonna try to jump into that real quick
Uh-huh.
because that's about 40 kids, and that's probably about $1,000 in my pocket.
Wow.
I'll take that real quick.
That's nice turnaround.
Oh yeah, you got to do it when you can. And like I was saying this morning, I got parents now that are realizing they didn't buy they want the pictures I've got, but they didn't buy that package in the beginning of the season. Now they're paying me big money.
Uh-huh. That was very cool.
Hey, over there.
Yeah, this thing's at 5 minutes. I think it jumped back up a couple of minutes. I was trying to do that lion, that little pendant yesterday, and I was trying to watch it. I hadn't seen it printed, what it looked like.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to do the background in silver. And then when I got to the lion's face, I was gonna have the lion's face in blue,
Oh, okay.
where it would blend off. And I was doing all that, and come to find out that it wasn't at the point where I should have done it yet. So instead of it being, I had silver bottom underneath the back, but then I had all blue on the top. So that did work. That's why I decided to do the blue lion, because if you look on the helmets, the lion is blue. And then I use silver. I got a silver or like a grayish. So I use the silver as just what is going to be glued on to.
Mm-hmm.
You'll still get the 2 colors. So this is actually made to hang on a wall. Got a little thing on the back.
So the nail or hook goes on it or screw?
Right. And
Oh,
and if I did the regular print, it would be like 3 times the size.
Wow.
But I figured I'd make a little 4x6 plate, put gold lions in it, and then put this glued on there, and it won't be as big, but it'll be nice. Yeah, I've been taking stuff and putting it in Tinkercad, and then putting my lettering on and everything else.
Mhm. So are you the only photographer then for the school?
I'm the only sports photographer for the paper. The band has their own photographer because it's somebody that knows the band director
Uh-huh.
and is kind of affiliated with them. So he keeps telling me every year he's going to move over to me, but he hasn't done it yet. Which that's like 150 kids. You know,
Wow.
that's like another football team. That'd be another $8,000-9,000.
Yeah.
You know, and that would mean I'd be really working in the fall. You know, but I would be doing their posters and everything, and they might have 20 seniors every year.
Wow. Well, I hope
And
you get
then,
that. That would be nice.
And then dance and cheerleaders have their own people. And I can't touch him. I can't touch Joey. Joey's at St. Paul, and
Mhm.
he's been the go-to for years for cheerleading and dance. But I have some of the moms that during the games when the Spinnakers, the dance team, they do their routines. They say, get the pictures because nobody else is doing it. And I might sell 10, 11 pictures during the game,
Oh, okay.
especially when I get the girl up in the air doing a split 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah. In full motion. What's Paul
Oh, yeah.
doing? Running back and forth down to his trains?
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I'm just doing a high profile on my trains. I had to program it. I've been watching it, just trying to keep an eye on it. You know, I got to get the right speed and all that kind of stuff. I got to program the decoder to work with the layout, right? So
Uh-huh.
that's what I've been doing here.
I figured
So, Joe, is that the plate you're printing right now?
Yeah, it says it's down to 49 seconds. But I got a feeling it might make it. But I got a feeling it's gonna kick another minute on it. It's doing the last little cover layer to smooth it out.
So right now, that locomotive is right here where it's red.
Yeah.
Okay, around here. And this one here will turn red. Whoop, there it goes. See, it goes around, it follows it around, right? So, and the route and everything else, I'm just trying to make sure everything's working here. So now see that one back up there went off because the train went by there. So now it's
There we
coming.
go. Yeah, there it came.
Yeah, now it's going to do into a double crossover. And it's going to go into this other line, come in here, then it'll come around, and it'll come in here and park where that green spot is right here. So I can't figure out why that other red there is on. It shouldn't be on. There's a short or something in this crossover. I got something not quite right, but
It's green now.
Green now.
it just once the train clears it, there's something there that's crossing it. But see, it's coming up here now. It's got green. It's gonna go through and come up here to this block. Then this will switch down. See it how it switches down, comes onto this track now.
Right. Yeah, I see the yellow dashes.
Yeah, see, and it'll follow where those yellow dashes are, and it'll come in and it'll park right in here where it's green here. It'll come around and park in there. This one here should light up next, right there. Once it gets around close to it.
Well, and then you'll know if you have a problem where the green park where you're gonna park the train has already got a train and it's not supposed to be green, it's red.
Well, if
And that's what you call a rear ending.
yeah, but no, if it's red, it won't go in there. It won't go into that block. It'll automatically stop.
Where
So
would it stop at before
here.
this? If there it is there now, yeah.
It's just coming up there now, but the tail end is still over the other ones. Okay, that one just shut off. This one here will shut off here in a minute, I think. If I got this set right for that train. So I have to set it so it stops in the proper position.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a red light on here. but it's still green there. See how that one just went green?
Yeah, I did. So cleared.
So it cleared that block. So if another train come in behind it, could go into here, like this one here, I can make it go now. You know, if I wanted to or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Like, let me see. Let me just, let me see. I gotta minimize
It's
this a bit.
almost like playing chess for crying out loud.
Okay, window, go to, the new dispatcher window. If I go to here, okay, I don't know. Can you see this screen here?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go over here, this is all the schedules I got set up on the layout. I can just click on the first one, and it'll run automatically through all the you know, what train, where it's supposed to go and everything. So,
Now, what happened to the rest of the track section that was in there before? It disappeared on that screen.
well, I can make it disappear in just that route show. It's a lot of different things you can do. I just want to make sure it stopped where it's supposed to stop. Nope,
Uh-huh.
it went too far. Okay.
Oh, look at
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Very cool.
yeah, that silver highlights that lion's head.
Yeah, I just checked and the train went too far. I gotta change the block properties so it stops sooner.
I might do a thinner one like this in blue and put it on the back because the two pieces that were in the center of the O popped out. That way I can glue those back in and they
Okay.
have a blue background in it. But I can make that one in 10 minutes, just a little thin one.
I should have stopped.
Yeah, I think that would make it look a lot better.
I guess that 3D printer's okay if it's working, but if it's not working,
You gotta have the heat right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm finding. Like I said,
Yeah,
if I
you
lock
could-
it in, it works.
That's what you need to get, Paul, is to get yourself a 3D printer. You could print stuff for your train set all over the place.
yeah, I could probably do it. Well, did you see blah, 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 AZ Dave made me?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Man, you could build bridges and
Oh yeah, you could do all kinds of things here.
bridges, tunnels, everything.
Okay.
Officially got my store on my homepage. Nice.
Okay,
Wait
where
fucking 4 days for that shit.
there you go, Steve. That Tim Hortons, he built that with a
Oh my Lord.
yeah.
That is terrific.
Yeah, they're done with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
That is cool as can be.
Oh, today's Sarah's birthday, is it? Oh.
No,
Wow.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow's.
Everybody's sending her a PayPal for coffee.
Oh, cool.
Now we're just going to have to get her a set of Depends to where it works so she doesn't have to go back and forth to the bathroom all the
Story of my life.
way. Or get her a portable commode next to her chair.
Yeah, the bathroom is about 8 feet away from here.
There you go.
She's
Answer.
What's that, Jennifer?
actually she's kind of lucky because the bathroom at her work is directly across the hall from the office.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
No,
Yeah, Dominic is back.
Ah!
talk about
Mr.
Sir.
Sexy.
Something to drink.
Mr. Sexy.
Mr. Sexy, yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go,
the one
Don.
thing
What's up,
we've
Corey?
had around here is high surf down by San Diego area. Wow, that looks good.
And I'm gonna make a
Oh.
little thinner, I'm gonna make a plate half that size thin to put on the back is gonna be blue. So that the blue will come through because
Sorry.
the little silver pieces that went in the middle didn't have anything to stick on.
Uh-huh.
You misspelled
Blue, that I'll put them in.
misspelled trash, Joe. It's not
Yeah.
lines, it's trash.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Self
we had
promo.
some huge waves. They were breaking 30 and some places 60 feet off the coast and a couple of reefs out there, but
Yeah,
30-foot
good.
waves. Maverick up the coast, going towards
Alright,
Santa Cruz.
Andrew, Flora.
60 feet, and a couple of the shots, some people got some images where the waves are washing across the pier down by San Diego.
Wow.
Okay, so Dominic, you know on Teespring, right? How it gives
Yep.
you a 15 item limit,
Yep.
What?
which is stupid, is you can do
I
a second collection and do
Yeah.
another 15 on the same store. I'm like, well,
Exactly.
why don't they just let you do as many as you want? As a matter of fact,
Exactly.
to be honest with you, you should just be able to do everything in their inventory
Yep.
Happy New Year,
Hey, Chuck.
Chuck.
because it's
Hey,
all just
Chuck.
stored virtually. I don't see the problem. in it.
Chuck,
Mr.
Right.
Chuck is here.
Well, he was there.
Granted, you'll
I'm
spend an
here,
hour and a
but-
half.
Yeah, I'm in my truck with very poor lighting in the ghetto, so there's not much to see.
those
In the
big
ghetto.
About as
towns.
good as
No
it
self
gets.
promotion, Laura.
In the ghetto.
Well,
Hey,
you,
Court,
had, you had some great photos there over at Niagara Falls.
Ha! That was fun.
Yeah, looked like it.
We were controlling the color of the lights. It would have been really fun to be able to like do that live stream, but there wasn't that much time.
Hmm.
To be like, yeah, what color do you want them to be? Instead, it's just like
Yeah,
I'm like
but-
telling Lori,
You'd be competing for cellular bandwidth with what, 1 million other people there?
no, this would have been it was Saturday night. Saturday night we were out and about where we went to the illumination
Dominic.
centers.
So he's Mr. Saturday Night now.
Well, I was briefly. Mr.
See,
and
that's-
Mrs.
Yeah, that's correct. No
Yeah,
self-promotion.
Mr. and Mrs. Saturday night.
Chuck, proctologist. Okay.
What? What? Somebody change me back. That's really annoying. Or I'm gonna leave because that's annoying.
Well, you got more
What?
than
Shane,
you've
what are you
got more
talking
than
about?
you've got a lot more than 15 items, Justin.
Yeah, but you have to do it in different
No,
collections.
on the page bringing it up, they're all showing up on one page.
Justin changed
Like
Chuck's name
15
back the
different
other day.
items.
I can't.
That's
I'm not
cool.
co-host.
That's
Yes, you
15
are.
different items.
No, I'm not.
Not.
Well, you had to be the co-host to change it in the first place.
Well, it wasn't me then because I don't have co-host abilities.
Somebody's just a
Well,
troublemaker.
why? Here you go.
I can change it now.
Well, anyway,
It's 15. No, it's 15 different items, is what I believe.
Where
It
the hell
is.
different items of what? What is that?
That's his Teespring page.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So there's no
Teespring.
self promotion here.
No, of course not. I don't know. You have to be careful. Like, is that a backpack in the upper right there? What is that?
Yeah, there's a backpack. There's a
Yeah, you have
sweatshirt.
to be
There's a
careful
hoodie.
depending on where you put. Did you actually buy one yet to see what it looks like?
No, it gives you you have to do the adjustments and then it will tell you, depending on what size you do it, whether it's registered as a good print, great print, or it will say
Yeah.
poor quality.
Poor quality.
I
Yeah,
made
don't-
sure I downsized all mine to where it comes out like top tier. It's supposed to be the
Yeah,
best.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found their design studio to be less than ideal. It kind of like I've created stuff and gone back in to edit it. It was fine. I haven't bought something that was fine. Then I go to edit it. It says you can't edit this. The quality's not good enough or some shit like that. And that kind of just
What you gotta get?
got me just disgusted and not wanting to go buy. I don't want to redesign everything all over again. So I basically said, just gonna leave it. You know, there are other sources of stuff. I might have to try somebody else, but
Well,
anyway,
I
backpack.
tried
Backpack. Be careful with the backpack because it gives you the clear areas to put prints and stuff. And we did, and we paid for one. And when we got it, the stitching folded over some of the print and you couldn't see it. So like, and you know, it was within their limits. So
Teespring.
I guess my advice is don't trust the maximum limits on where you can have printed stuff, kind of like Justin did. Go
'Cause it's also
smaller.
the
and,
blade
like,
limits too.
leave extra room around the ends and the borders and such.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
because
what
you've
I
got the
did.
border.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that
you've
was
got
smart because yeah.
So you've
Seriously,
got
I
the
was gonna
border
reach
and
out
then
to
you've got the blade
Teespring.
limit.
I was gonna reach out to
Yeah.
Teespring and hit them up for a freebie because I'm like, look, I built this thing and I said I don't know if anybody else has bought one, but ours is screwed up, you know, and bought
Yeah,
it
they
as a
should give you
sample.
something for free.
Well, they probably won't, but they I don't know. Their site's weird. Kind of weird.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I use that and I also use Fourth Wall.
Yeah. I haven't tried anything else, but I know there are others out there that might be worth
Fourth Wall,
kind of exploring.
Teespring, T-Public.
Well, the one good
There was
thing
another
about
one I chose.
the one good
Yeah.
thing about Teespring, especially for us that live in the US, is we can offer free shipping to people in the US. Everything's
Yep.
actually printed and made here.
Yep.
And it's
That's true.
with a lot of non-Chinese products. Most of the products are made in like Vietnam. They got better, like their Hanes, like the
Hanes.
t-shirts are made by Hanes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's a little
And
bit
the other-
better quality material.
And I agree with those statements. I would also say that the good thing about Teespring is they've improved their print quality since when I first started using them in 2020.
Oh, they're massive now.
Yeah, the shirts hold up better. The printing used to, like, you know, basically wear off pretty fast. They're almost like disposable. And now they hold up much better.
Because I want to say there's only 2 stores that actually allow you to hook up to YouTube directly. And
That's
it's
one of
Shopify and Teespring. That's it. Nobody else can. They don't have.
You can do it with Fourth Wall,
No.
but it's a little bit more. It's more tedious though. Not as easy.
Yeah, because they
as-
don't give you the option. When I clicked, the only 2 they gave me was Shopify and Teespring. But since I already had a Teespring account, I just went with them. And then I worked on my Streamlabs today and got a start streaming. I was able to find some free templates online that you could upload right to your Streamlabs. And there's a stream starting, taking a break, stream ending, and all 3 of them are matching, same design and everything. So you don't have 3 different ones.
I don't know. I created custom stuff, but it's weird. It's like you put it in your studio, and then it like I don't know if there's a way to keep it like docked in there all the time. Justin, is there a way to keep like an intro and an outro locked in the StreamYard so they're always like accessible?
Yeah, you have to. In StreamYard, you have to do it through where like the banners and all that shit are. But you have to.
But you've got to keep it to a
But
small side.
yeah, it can only be like, I think, was it 500 megabytes or smaller or something? It's a really small file.
Oh, that's not enough for like because like I've been using a video intro and a video outro. I mean, I have them. Everything's set up. I haven't made use of them yet, but everything's
That's why
everything's set up.
That's why Matt has never been able to put his intro in there because it's just too much. You know, with his, it's too big
his
of
is
a
long.
file.
So what he does is probably like I do when I was playing with it and practicing. You bring it in and then you launch it and then you close it out and you come on live, like you replace it with you and your guests or whatever, and then
Well, that's what I did the other day. Yeah.
And
But
you
I
run
was
your outro in a similar manner.
I was showing this earlier, Dominic. So I found an.
So
All right, we'll see you later.
yeah,
I found an overlay for Streamlabs. Oh my god, this thing get out of the way. See the controller up in the top there?
Yeah.
So every time I move a button or a joystick, you can see me you can actually watch what I'm doing on the controller.
So people will tell you what you're doing wrong.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I mean, it's I thought it was a pretty cool
cool.
overlay.
Yeah,
It's cool. Yeah.
Or for
He's
me,
very
or
good.
for me,
Everybody's a
what the hell button to push in the first place?
Let's see, I can do like I got this here. And then you got the stream. Be right back if you need to take a break.
Hmm. Yeah, it's nice and it's a simple layout. That's what's good.
Yeah, simple, basic, not too much, not too busy.
Mm. They can just keep hitting buttons.
But what's
Hey.
cool about Streamlabs is you can download the app on your phone and you actually have a remote control on your phone. So I can do the switch the scenes, everything right from my cell phone.
Well,
Because
that's
Wow.
unfortunately, when you're in a video game, playing a video game, a lot of games will lock your mouse within the game and you can't go to your other screens.
Mm.
So you can't really, without using hotkeys, you can't really do anything.
Yeah, Paul.
how much time?
That's
Sorry.
that's the surf that we had down San Diego,
Oh,
Hey.
shit.
Mission Beach.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, you guys got some waves. Is that from the Japan thing or what? What's it from?
No, just a
Think-
king tide coming through.
Mm.
A normal, natural thing.
That's not normal for this area.
Something-
Yeah,
something
I
had-
don't know.
Something had to cause it.
Remember, I'm from Southern California, but I wasn't near the beach. Low down in the middle of the desert.
Hmm.
Beach was like 2 hours from me to get to the beach.
I don't remember what I was
least
gonna
2
say
hours.
now.
It's Mission Beach, just right up in La Jolla.
We were
Mm.
talking
I've
about
been there.
Streamlabs. Does that remind you of what you were thinking of? And the remote
Hmm.
control for it and all that?
Lori and I went to Mission Beach a long time ago, way before we were vlogging and stuff, but I have pictures from there somewhere. Like taken on film pictures. Good old days.
Streamlabs, I haven't used that in a long time.
Well, what I like about it though too is with the app on your phone, I can switch scenes. I can do everything from my cell phone,
Yeah.
Mm.
but I don't have to. I don't have to mess with the program. I can have it pulled up on a separate screen and just leave it there, and it's
Well,
super responsive too.
And if you have one of the keyboards, you know, you can use that too to have everything pop up. You can switch all your cameras around, views around, everything.
Right. Yeah, like I said, you could do that, either program your programmable keys, your macro keys, or you can do
Mhm.
Yeah.
hotkeys. But I find it easier because there's so many programs that I use, and a lot of the hotkeys actually conflict without having to go in and change all of them.
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of them that use like Alt Z or Alt Tab Z. And if I press one, it will only do like one of the, or it won't even do any of the programs because they're all conflicting. So instead of screwing with hotkeys, I just downloaded the free remote control app right off the App Store.
Mhm.
It has everything on there. I can end the live stream. I can start the live stream. I can switch transitions. It does everything. It's like a kind of like a Steam Deck on your phone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Really nice. Streamlabs
That's
has
cool.
really gotten. I would say honestly that they are better than OBS, even though it's the same concept. The amount
Yeah.
of, especially for gaming. I
Mhm.
mean, there's like OBS has a virtual controller you can do too, but they make it so difficult to get it hooked up. You have to like do this weird shit to get it to work. And
Yeah.
Streamlabs has kind of taken OBS and have made it very simplified
Right.
and easier to use.
Mhm.
They've kind of streamlined it.
Yeah, that's good. Andrew, as the crow flies, if you were to fly straight from my front door go out to hit the ocean, less than a half a mile. To the harbor, it's only 1.1 miles.
Mm.
God, I can imagine your property's got to be worth a decent amount, huh? Being that
Yeah,
close to
it's-
water.
From what I originally paid for, what it was worth now, it's.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's got to even being that far, that bit of just that
and
little
I'm
bit from
and
the
I'm
water.
on what they call the black sheep side of the freeway. I'm on the inland side of the freeway, so I don't have an ocean view.
It don't matter though. You're only a mile from the water. It's so close. I mean, in
Well,
itself.
when I'm saying a mile, that's to the harbor entrance. So you're
That's-
passing Doheny State Beach way before that. If you
Yeah,
were to
that-
go
dude, that's nothing.
straight on down the road and down, if you were to sit there and take it, so you're on a car, it's not even a mile, and you'd be right down onto the water.
Like I had a friend in North Carolina that was living on off the beach in North Carolina, or it was Wilmington,
Mhm.
and he was only 4 blocks in, but the difference in pricing being 4 blocks in from the beach and being right on the beach, dude, it was night and day difference in rental prices.
Mhm.
It was insane. Like it was like almost a $2,000 difference per month, $2,000 or $3,000. Just being 4 blocks over. Like we could walk, we could see the beach from his house, but it was about 4 blocks down. But yeah, it was just
Well,
like,
if our house was just on the other side of the freeway, and you'd have an ocean view to go up, our same size house over there would probably be about $400,000 to $500,000 higher in value.
oh yeah, no doubt. But I mean, where you're at, I think from being that far from the water, that's a pretty good location still.
Yeah, Andrew, it's Chris here. I'll show you. This will be, you can see a map of where it is. Let's see, is it up? There it goes. I live right here. So I'm on the inland side of the freeway. And it's, if I go down the street here and just go down this loop to this road and come on down the freeway to come to here, right there is 1.1 miles to there. So from here to here, it's just a little over half a mile, probably not even.
Yeah, that's not a bad location though.
No.
It's pretty good. I remember me and my cousin were going to look at apartments back in the early 2000s, like 2002 or something.
Mhm.
We were gonna go get an apartment. We were young. We were like 8, I don't know, 17, 18 at the time, and he wanted to go get an apartment on the beach. Yeah, that and back then it was like $4,000 a month or something ridiculous, which is a lot of money back in.
That's bringing in, 5 other single guys in there with you in order to rent it.
Dude,
My cousin
that
did
was-
that in Sill Beach.
Vietnam Salad Sausage Fest.
That was just a 1-bedroom apartment too.
Wow.
Like we were both gonna like just split a 1-bedroom apartment,
Yeah.
and that was still way too much for us. I mean, we were making decent money at the time. I mean, we were doing tree services where we were cutting down trees because he had all the climbing gear and he climbed up the trees, and then I'd help him cut it up and everything.
Uh-huh.
And we were probably making, we'd only work on the weekends when we weren't at school, and we were making probably $500-600 every weekend between the two of us, and we just split it down in the middle. And we'd just get like one tree that some person wanted out of their yard. Like he would just get random jobs like that on the weekends. And then we'd go and make $500-600, cut a tree down, split it,
Mm-hmm.
and that'd be pretty much it. But we weren't making quite enough to afford that. You know,
Hmm.
we were only pulling in about 12 to 1,800 a month between the two of us. But for 2 kids that age, that was a lot of money too, though.
You better believe it was.
And we were staying at,
Andrew, when you're talking about prices, here you go. This is Redfin.
and my uncle never wanted any of our money. Like we would try to offer him money, he wouldn't take it. And we had the big garage that he turned into like a little mini apartment.
Now, if
we
you
were
want
living
any
out
of the
there.
homes down on the beach, you're talking about 5 million to 10 million on the beach here.
What are you doing? No. For what?
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, oh, no, with a marker, I'm gonna mark this is outside.
And like I'm saying, the homes over here, at least 500,000 over here. Most of these in here, a lot of these are like duplexes over here too. So there's going to be a little bit more money.
OT.
Yeah, I was watching a video the other day and it was about movie stars that almost went bankrupt
Mm-hmm.
kind of at the beginning of their careers because they were spending too much of their money.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was Lindsay Lohan. She was renting a 2-bedroom
Yes, sir.
like apartment or something in London, but it was in like a really high end area. It was like 70,000 euros a month.
Yeah.
Shit.
And
Well-
but luckily she got like a huge break, like right when she
You
was
know,
about
that
to
might-
lose all her
Yeah.
money.
Automatic.
And- saved her career pretty much.
There you go.
Mm.
This is what they call Beach Road, where you see these, multi-million-dollar homes in here. There's one lot for sale that's down there, 10 million bucks for just the lot.
That's a bargain.
It's insane. Totally insane.
That's like down there where TJ lives on West Palm Beach, man. That's an expensive area to live in.
Yeah, beachfront property here, 40 million.
How much? 40?
40.
Whoa.
Well, you gotta think too, their entire population hugs the coastline, so there's probably not
Yeah.
much available.
That area, Brighton Beach, $40 million. It is 5-bedroom though.
Oh, it's a big home.
Yeah.
Too much.
I mean, you guys don't have a huge population. I mean, 30 million. I mean, that's quite a lot of people, but when you guys are pretty much 90% of your population's hugging the coastline, you guys are taking up a lot of the coastal area.
Yeah, and we've
Spread
got
that many people.
5 million people all in one little area,
Right.
and it's pretty much all coast. We're all coast.
Did Chuck drop out?
It's very hard not to find coast here, especially where I am. You've got a huge harbour we sit on,
Mhm.
and everything behind it. Everybody is within a beach or coast for 25, 30 mile.
Okay.
Oh yeah, some of the older guys like, Steve and Dre that bought their houses years and years ago.
Mm.
Oh yeah, what they paid for it then to what it's worth now is a big difference.
Yeah.
Mm.
There
I
was
paid
some
I paid 169,000 for the house. And that's an 8,900 square foot lot with
that's pretty good size too.
4 bedrooms, 3 baths, a 2-car attached garage.
Yeah, that's
And
not bad at all.
I put RV. I had room on the side. I poured concrete, so I've got RV access down the side.
I'm guessing you're probably around 600 or 700 now, huh?
What?
On the value of it, at least.
double that, triple that,
And then
figure.
some. And then some.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing though, because you and your wife ever decide you guys want to move somewhere, shit.
Well, that's the one thing that's cool in California. We have under one of the only good things in here is you get to carry your property base one time if you're over 55 years of age. Because we have what they call Prop 13, which is fixed. So the property value on this home now, if what they're trying to push through with up in DC, they want to tax you for the unassessed value of your home, for the unrealized value.
Mm.
So if you have stocks, portfolios, a home, or anything, they want to tax you on it, even though you
sounds like here.
you haven't gotten anything out of it. But you get to carry your tax base. Now, to tell you what it is, roughly in our area here, if you were to buy here, it's 1.1% of the property value, which is dang low compared to most places in the country for property tax. Now, the homes going around here where the neighbor across the street on an older home, they just paid $1,050,000. It's corner lots, good size, a little over 10,000 square feet. They're probably putting in, I'm guessing, I haven't asked him, I'm guessing he's got at least 250 to 350,000 that they're putting into the home, and they haven't even moved into the home now for 6 months. They've been living in a trailer parked in the front of their home. Well, they gutted out the whole interior.
And like Andrew said, he said his dad's friend 2 rows from the beach in Cape Cod 30 years ago was 300,000. Now it's worth 2 million. That's your retirement right there. If you ever want to retire and stretch and get a good retirement,
Oh,
you
yeah.
sell that. what you do is you sell that and you move to a Midwest state and get a cheap house somewhere in the Midwest, nice little farmhouse or something. Pay a
Yeah.
couple $100,000, dude, and you're sitting pretty.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's location, location, location. And when I went to Spin Up the first year we went there, I was staying at the motel and I stayed a day later before flying home on Monday. And I had dinner at this restaurant. It was right across the street. I walked in there, we're talking and everything, and the people were real nice. We were talking about wine and everything. And they asked me where I was from. I said, California. It was like I became an immediate leper.
Yeah.
They hadn't want to talk to me, do have anything to do with it. And I didn't know, I was just naive as hell, shall we say. And I'm just sitting there drinking my wine, waiting, and because they said I could have dinner there at the bar because I was just by myself. I didn't want to take up a table. And the next thing it comes down, and I just said, hey, I got a question. What's up with the people here? I mean, you guys, the girls over here and the guys over here are nice, and now it's like I got the plague. And and he goes, you said you were from California, because that's what happens. The people were going to Austin and they're selling their, like sell your home here. They're going over there and buying like 2 places, one for them to live in, and then they buy another one as a rental, and then they're just jacking the prices of the property value up because they're going in there and buying this stuff cash.
Yeah.
Well, that's to be honest with you, being a Californian has a really bad stigma in a lot of people's mouths, or bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yeah.
'Cause I've told people that too, and they're like, and I'll tell them, I moved here 10 years ago. I was like, I don't agree with none of the shit they do there. You used to, back in the day, you would tell people who you were from California, and all they wanted to do was ask you questions because they thought it was the coolest thing ever. Now it's like opposite. You tell them you're from California, and they're like, "Oh,
you're the plague."
I could totally see that happening to you, 100%. I totally.
It was kind of funny until I said, "Hey, man, I'm just here for a convention. I'm not coming here to buy a home or anything. I just wanted to eat."
Dude, there's people here, dude. You'll see bumper stickers all over Florida on people's cars. California and New Yorkers, stay home. We don't want you here. Like, just really just like F you stickers, like on people's bumpers, like calling out people from certain states.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
It's almost similar here, where we've got almost a civil war and a tribal thing between Melbourne and Sydney, and it's the same when people from Melbourne go to Adelaide as well.
Corey.
And if you go over to Adelaide and you've got a Victorian number plate, you're gonna cop shit, I'll tell you.
Like I said, California used to have this very mystique about it, like mysterious, like if you weren't from there, people, oh man, Hollywood and LA and San Diego, it was like this big mystique about California. They would want to ask you all. They thought you were the coolest person in the world. Now you don't want to tell anybody you're from there, because then they look at you like you're freaking stupid or something. I remember when I moved to North Carolina, I don't know what it was, back in 2007, 2006, whenever I moved there. Yeah, dude, people just like always asking me questions. Oh man, I've always wanted to go there, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I would tell them nowadays, especially in one of the southern states,
It's probably because you've also got more states than here too. So there's going to be some sort of rivalry.
Well, it's not even really a rivalry. It's just people have gotten very political these days, especially the last couple of years. And the stigma with Steve wasn't that it was a rivalry. It was they don't like Californians over
Mm.
political. It wasn't just property prices going up. It's just people from other states are afraid that people are moving there and changing their politics the way that they like them. Is another issue. I mean, that's why I said there's been this bad mass migration the last 2 years of people moving all over the place.
Mm.
I mean, I know Steven and Dre said that they don't think it's really political to a certain extent. I feel like it has been to us a little bit, has been part of that.
Mm.
Because I met a lot of people that moved down here from New York that felt like they weren't getting hurt up there. And then with all the COVID restrictions and stuff, they felt like they were being hemmed in.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And so they ducked and took off. They packed their shit and
Mm.
left. And my whole theory behind that is, and I could be wrong, but I just went by the last governor election here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it used to be decided by just a few very minor points. And it was almost a million vote difference, which tells me that there obviously is more of a political drive these days. And we may have had more people from New York and stuff move down here that were more on the red side than the blue side.
Mm.
Like I said, I could be wrong, but I'm just going by what the data showed. At least in my state, you know.
Uh-huh. Wow. Well, it all depends, you know. It all varies on where you're at.
Well, it looks good there.
Yeah, last few years were just weird. And weird times, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Last
it's the weirdest
3 or 4
I've ever,
years.
weirdest I can ever remember.
I would have to say this was my kids' version of 9/11, and
Yeah.
you know how every generation kind of has that one big thing that they'll remember forever.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mine was 9/11. Some other generations it might have been Pearl Harbor, you know, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Vietnam War.
Yeah.
I was born during the Vietnam War.
I don't know. What would you guys would be what your generation would consider its version of Pearl Harbor? Because you guys kind of were after Pearl Harbor.
Your volume's real low, Justin.
I was gonna say you guys are kind of a little bit after Pearl Harbor, quite a bit.
Well,
But you
yeah.
guys were
Pearl Harbor was 1941.
When at 41, I was born in 52.
Yeah.
right. That's what I'm
I
saying.
know.
So like,
I know when
Would
Steve was
would
born,
yours
he was
be
born
the
a month
Vietnam
before my
era?
brother.
Yeah,
I guess-
Vietnam era was we were
like the
young.
hippie Vietnam 60s
It would have been
type
the
thing?
term. It would have been the term. Because you got to remember, though, Justin, it wasn't a war. It never was declared a war.
Yeah.
It's a Vietnam
Police
conflict,
action.
just like Korea.
Yeah,
Like a police
Right.
action.
yeah. Korea would have been
The conflict is what they called it.
1950. When was that? 50,
When we were born, right around the
Yeah.
time we was 53, because my
Yeah.
uncles I know were there. And 55, I think they went. They were there still.
Well, that's
There's
what I'm
been
saying. It
many-
seems
Many
like every,
conflicts.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It seems like every generation has that one thing that kind of shook the country up while they were in their prime, you know, kind of deal.
There's been many
my-
war conflicts that you could put in that category.
Well, I'm saying because I would say the Vietnam era though was kind of that era of hippies, anti-war,
Woodstock.
a huge war. Yeah, there was kind of a lot of controversy around that particular subject back then.
Mm-hmm.
And we got dragged into it.
Because like, dude, it's weird now when I see like my kids, you know, they have no idea what the hell 9/11 was. That was 15 years after they were born, or 15 years before they were born.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when you were talking about prices and everything else, it varies. Like an example, the house that is just on the corner of us here, that home, my original neighbor passed away, and the estate sold the home for like $560,000. I mean, it was an older home, needed a lot of work.
Hey, Dusty.
Their property taxes a year were about $1,000 a year. The people that bought it now are paying almost $9,000 per installment.
That's cheap.
I mean, we're having the same problem.
Two installments a year.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're pretty much having the same problem down here, Steve, that Texas is. It's because everybody moving down here that's
Mhm.
drove. I would say you compound that with inflation as well. It's like a double smack in the face because it's
Mm.
just driving the cost of rent, everything up. I mean, rental properties are almost double what they were 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, now no one's buying and it's competition on rentals, like a bidding competition for homes. When that home went on the market, like I said, they sold it in May of 2020. And
Yeah. remember
they
that
put
too.
it on the market in November for I want to say around 569 it went for. They put it on the market in November for 1.3 million. They had 12 people bidding on it in 2 days. It sold for 1,488. And it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it seems like more people are wanting to rent these days than buy homes.
Mm.
Well, they don't have the money to buy. Can you
Well, to
admit-
give you even as long as I've been here, because we have Prop 13, our taxes a year this coming year will be $2,400 times two,
Month?
times two, twice a year,
Every
twice a
6
year.
months.
For it's off. It's
So-
twice a year you pay property tax.
There's winter,
So,
summer tax, yep.
yeah,
No,
and
it's every quarter here.
the neighbor next door
absolute
are
madness here, too.
are at $8,000 per payment.
That's nothing.
Yeah,
16,000, almost 17,000 a year for property tax.
Yeah, that is nothing
Really?
Well,
compared to what we have here. 4 payments, and you can be up to $50,000 a year here.
For property tax only?
We're not talking mortgage, just property tax.
Just property tax.
Holy crap.
Oh my Lord.
And it gets triggered at 1.7 million and 2.7 million. You go over 2.7 million and it triggers another number
Mhm.
to the
Well,
point
it's-
where you can be paying $100,000
Well,
property
back-
tax on
well,
top of mortgages, on top of other taxes
Well,
and
you know-
council rates.
back in the day, to have a mortgage was significantly cheaper than paying rent every month on a house.
Mm,
Now it's not much difference. It might
Exactly.
be a $200 or $300 difference from what you're paying on a mortgage every month to what you're paying for renting a house.
yeah,
So people,
we get taxed on top of a tax, and then on top of a tax, and on top of another one. Tax, stamp duty, land tax, rates,
Tax.
insurance. Yeah,
because I know what Sarah's mom pays every month for her mortgage, and it's only about a $300 difference from actually renting a house. So some people might be looking at it as, why would I want to pay for a house and then something breaks and majorly goes wrong with it, then I have to pay for it. I mean, some people I think look at it as a convenience. I mean, I think renting a house.
yeah, but at the same time, if you're renting, you're paying off someone else's house too.
Well,
That
that's
could
what
be
I'm
it.
It's
that's
kind of
another
like they
thought.
both have their ups and their
Yeah,
ups
I know,
and
but I just thought I'd throw
upsides.
another thought into the.
Oh
the
yeah, you're
pot.
100% right about that because
That is
What-
just unbelievable.
and you're also going to
Not
be paying
really,
over
Andrew.
what they're paying for their mortgage. They want to make a little bit of profit in their pocket every month. So if they're paying $1,500 a month for a mortgage, you're probably going to pay $2,000 a month, easy. And then that $500 goes into their pocket after they pay the mortgage with the rest of the money.
Just to address Andrew's problem there, it says further out of the city. Yeah, the further out of the city you move, you can move to BFE. you know, in the middle of butt fuck nowhere, and that's when the property price goes down. But there's nothing out there. You're in the middle of a desert almost.
Well, here
Yeah.
it's easier to get a government loan if you buy a house in a rural area than if you buy a house in a
Yeah,
city.
but there's nothing.
They'll give you better
But there would
deals.
be, you know, one pub and a small. There'd be one pub and probably a small grocery shop, and that's it.
Cause my old boss, he bought a house and he was like, dude, if you get a government loan to buy a house, he goes, buy with somewhere rural. He goes, cause you get a way better deal on everything. He goes,
Yeah.
if you buy a house in the
That's what
city-
they're
in the
talking
city-
about here. The government will give you 40%. The government will give you 40% off, but you're in the middle of nowhere,
Right.
meaning that
Well, some people like that though.
oh yeah, but if you have to travel an hour and a half just to go to the grocery store,
Yeah, I mean that's always that's why
Yeah.
that's why I don't like living. There's like I said, some people like living in those areas because it's quiet and they can kind of get away with being loud and doing things they want to do. But the downside is, like you said, you're far away from everything. It's
Mm.
always a fucking road trip just to go to the store or something, you know.
yeah,
And then you're taking more of a risk too if you have a medical issue, you
Mm.
know.
yeah. If you're 2.5, 3 hours from a hospital,
Mhm.
I don't think so. But as I
And
said,
that's the same. And that's the
once you
same
get out-
here. You look over where Dre lives. He lives in a really nice community where he lives over there. But you go out towards that area where Dre is. I mean, the costs of the homes there are like nothing compared to here, because you're as the old saying, location, location, location. The coast versus inland. Because like in the summertime, I can be complaining it's 90 degrees here, and Dre's cooking at 110.
Well, on East Coast, like, that's the thing is I don't know where they're building affordable housing because all the housing they're building around me, it's all fucking high-end gated communities.
yeah, they do that
Like,
here.
And just like I
But
said,
it's
the
an
amount
absolute
of
mess.
the amount of construction that's going on in our town alone is fucking insane. Like pretty much all, I would say probably 70 to 80% of our infrastructure is all brand new
Yeah,
because they've had to rip everything out to rebuild new stuff.
yeah, that's what they do in our western suburbs.
Like
But
I
the trouble
actually,
is, it turns into a ghetto because
Like-
of the way they built it.
like if you actually drive through the city I live in, like all the roads look brand new, sidewalks look all new. It's actually very clean looking because they've redid everything. And our town has probably tripled in size in just the last 3 years. Like that's how much it's growing. It's getting insanely
Yeah,
huge.
Our urban sprawl is it's so far out. It's 80 kilometers from the center of the city, and that's a metropolitan area. Goes all
Yeah.
the way 80 kilometers out.
And that goes
And they
hand
just
in
keep
hand.
building new estates, building new estates.
And like East Coast said, that goes hand in hand with the HOA shit. 70 to 75% of neighborhoods in Florida are all HOA. That's how many HOAs there are.
Hmm.
Like you can't really find very many neighborhoods anymore that don't have an HOA, unless they're like neighborhoods from like the 60s, right?
Hmm.
But then some developers are coming in, buying up all those houses and tearing them down and rebuilding a new neighborhood from
Yeah.
scratch. So
Yeah, we have a similar thing. We don't call them HOAs, but it's a similar concept. We call it
Yeah,
strata title, body
there's
corporates.
upside to HOAs and there's downsides to them. The
Yeah.
upside is that everybody's property looks clean. Your neighbor doesn't look like they have a
Yeah.
fucking junkyard in their
Mm.
yard right next to yours, and your house looks all clean, and they're driving your property values
But
down.
there are too
because
many
they're-
rules on these HOAs.
But
we
there are,
don't have an HOA here where we live.
Oh, great.
but there are some HOAs here in Florida that I've been in that weren't that bad at all. Like that they, just as long as you kept your yard clean and you pulled your trash cans in, they didn't really make a big deal.
Mhm.
But then there's some that are super strict, like you have to have, everybody has to have the same blinds in their windows. So all the doors
Yeah.
have to be painted the same color.
Yeah,
These
your
fuckers will-
homes got to be the same within the same color scheme, everything.
Yeah,
Right, if they see a blanket
there are
hanging
some
in the
places
window,
like that here.
Like there's some that if they see a curtain or a blanket in the window, they'll say something to you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
It hasn't
Right.
got that bad here yet.
It just all depends on how high end the neighborhood is.
And Dominic, I like the way you say haven't got that yet here.
Yeah, I just don't want to give them any ideas.
I've
I
already
don't
wrote
want
them
to give
letters.
them any ideas because, you know, so many weird things that we do down here. It's getting to the point of being very annoying. You know, as I said, you've got taxes on top of taxes on top of
Matter of
taxes.
fact, East
and
Coast,
you've got-
aren't you in Florida? East Coast Trills? I think he lives in Florida. If I'm not mistaken.
you know, you got four garbage bins that you got to put out, and you can't do this, you can't do that. You
Dude, we
can't.
only have two. We have a recycle and a trash, and that's it.
We've got recycle. We've got garden waste, bottles and cans, and normal rubbish.
See what
Yeah,
you
Four
do for.
bins.
We got 3.
Four,
Well, see for garden waste.
and they
So,
want a fifth one.
so we have
Yeah.
four trucks that come through the city every week. You have your trash truck, your recycle truck, and then
Yeah.
you'll have your yard disposal truck. And you can just pile the shit out by the road, like just pile it out there, and they'll come by with a
Yeah.
claw and pick it up. And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
some of these guys are damn precise with those claws because they'll pick up a
I sat there
handful of
watching the
leaves
other
with
day.
it. Like
Yeah.
I've seen them, dude, where they'll get every bit. I mean, they'll get the last little handful of leaves with this big ass claw and then put it up in the
Precision.
truck.
I watched
And
them the
then-
other day do that, and that was precision driving.
And then we have one that comes through that just picks up old furniture. If you have a couch out there, metal,
Mm.
but they only do those two in the city, the waste disposal and the furniture. If you're in the county area, because technically we're in the county area, but we're in the city, we have to call and schedule a pickup
So do
if we
we.
have furniture because
we've
they
got
obviously
Yeah.
they're not going to drive aimlessly up and down a bunch of long county roads
No.
every week.
Generally, stuff like that is actually done by a booking system. You book the council, and they come out and get it.
But if you're within city
that's in
limits,
the
they
booking.
have to do it every week. They have to come.
Yeah,
through.
that's not here. If
For
it's,
large bulky items, you
Right.
mean?
yeah, if it's
Yeah.
hard rubbish, you've got to book it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like a
like for
couch or
for
something like
large
that.
items, we're allowed, you can have up to 2 items twice a year, free pickup.
Yeah.
They'll come in there and
Yeah,
pick it up.
free pickup, hard rubbish. Yeah, that's
But
hard rubbish.
then twice a year in our local jurisdictions, like for us, they have it at the school just across the freeway.
Yeah.
You know, like bulky items and stuff, you can take it over there and just drop it off if you have it. And then at that time for e-waste, like printers, computers and everything, they'll have all that over there. You can just drop them all off over there.
Yeah.
Well, see, yeah, ours don't even distinguish. I could take a TV, a couch, and a mattress, and just
Oh.
throw it out by the road, and the same truck will pick
No.
all 3 of them up.
No, you can't do that here.
Mhm.
We everything has to be in its own little department.
Oh yeah, I've put in piles of stuff out by the road before, where it'd be a couch, old
Yeah.
computer
No.
monitor, old TV, and they don't give a
No,
crap.
that has to be
All
specifically
grab it.
booked.
The only thing they won't take here, they'll take everything else and they throw it in the back of the same truck and crush it, but they won't take a refrigerator that has
No.
refrigerant in it.
Yeah,
No.
Freon.
Freon, yep.
Oh yeah, you can do that here. They'll still take that.
Yeah, but you've got no rules there.
At least not in my area. We don't.
Well, the rules are that you just got to arrange it. They'll do an
yeah.
appliance pickup, and
Yeah.
they'll do that specialized, and they'll have a
But-
truck with lift
Specialist
gates
truck,
on
yeah.
it, so they can lift it up in order to get it in. Because then they're
Yeah.
going to have to
And the other thing,
reclaim the refrigerant.
the other thing they do here is if you're throwing out like mattress and box springs, you have to get one of those great big bags to put it in and seal it.
Yeah,
Mm.
Like, but see, I'll
We
tell
don't
you
have
straight
tips
up.
anymore.
Here where I live at, if you put any appliance out by the road, those fucking scrappers will come by and grab it up in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like it
People
don't
steal
matter if
that
it's a,
shit.
well, I actually will put it out there and put a note on it, free, take it.
Free.
And with
Yeah.
there, so one time I took a washing machine and dryer from Sarah's mom's old house that was broken. She was getting a new one, and I took it out by the road and I said, "Was working, stopped working, free." And I went into the house to write the sign to put that on the sign. That it was that
was
just
gone.
stopped working. Not sure what's wrong with it. Whatever I was going to put on the sign. By the time I wrote it out and I walked outside, it was already gone. Because there's guys that literally drive. Some
Yeah.
of these guys fix appliances, so they'll just go around and snag them all
Well,
up.
some
and
of them fix them,
Yeah,
but
listen.
also can take it to the scrapyard and get so much a pound.
Yeah.
right,
There-
or
there's
they'll take
actually
parts out of it.
Yeah.
There's actually a movement of what do they not reanimation? I can't think of the right word, but they basically will take it and try and reuse it.
Mhm.
Take the bits out or use it or get something to make something out of that. I can't
Right.
remember the name of it now.
Oh, I had a washer and dryer when we were moving from me and Sarah were moving out of our house, and it was sitting in the garage, and we were going through everything. We were taking shit we
Repurposed?
didn't want out by the road, and the guy pulls up. He goes, "Oh, I see you're throwing stuff out." Yeah. And I was just going to throw the washing machine and dryer out by the road, and he offered to give me $35 a piece for him. I was like, take them.
Nice.
If he would have
Hey.
waited like 20 more minutes, dude, they would have been out by the road for free.
Mm.
But he happened to
Well,
show up
well-
and saw we were throwing it out.
Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think
right,
Joe's
Steve.
been
It's
off
getting
the line.
close to
He's
that
ready
time.
go too.
Yeah. Paul, thank you. Joe,
Hey,
good seeing
thanks for
you.
coming in, Steve.
Dominic, Justin,
Dominic.
everybody in.
Justin,
Chat.
are you going to be on later tonight, Justin?
No, probably not, because the kids got to get up tomorrow for school and stuff.
Okay.
It's a daily comment.
All
Are
right.
you on tonight?
But you know, then I come back and look and there he is on. But okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for stopping in. We'll see all of you again next time.